Good morning. This is your wake up alarm. 3, 2, 1.
This is Ace and TJ 5G.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Ace. TJ. Riggins. Alexis. Tech D-Rob.
Every day.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
That should be this should be a question on the next edition of Would You Rather. Alexis drove her boyfriend's car to work today, and it's a nice car. And Alexis is not a stellar driver, would you say? Not a great record on the road.
Bad driver.
A recovering bad driver.
Exactly.
Recovering bad driver.
So how was it? Did you speed?
No, I try not to speed, but it's kind of easy in that car. You don't even feel it. Mm-hmm. But I was on my best behavior.
Well, you haven't texted him yet to tell him that you made it safely. Do you want to go ahead and do that? Because I know he's waiting.
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess if he listens to the radio, he can hear it. So.
Exactly. He'll be fine.
0 to 60 in 4 seconds.
Probably. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to Mooresville. I'm going to race country.
That's right.
It's actually called Race City.
Race City, USA,
Whatever.
baby.
Same thing.
Right here.
Race Village.
Yeah, when you first came up here, when we moved the studio here, you were calling it Racist City.
Yeah. Well, still kind of is. Still have yet to see a Hispanic person here.
Don't be saying that about our town.
All I see is white people here.
Really?
Yes.
You have not seen a Hispanic person since you've been working in this town.
Then you don't go anywhere. You just come in here and leave.
Exactly.
You saw
There's
Cheeto.
races out there.
It's racist.
You didn't see anything.
She's scared.
I gotta go. I cannot stay here too long.
You saw Cheeto.
Oh yeah, your friend Cheeto.
Yeah.
All right, well that's one person. He works at a Mexican restaurant.
Still there. Still there.
Uh-huh. So don't be lying.
All right.
Riggins doesn't have any problem with the peoples up here except they move too slowly.
They do move. Oh, man. This light out here, I mean, you got enough time to quilt something. I mean, it is just crazy. It's go. I hate it.
Well, that's because they don't got nothing to do. They're just hanging out at the lake all
I
day.
guess.
That's it. That's all everybody does. Just hang out at the lake all day.
Yeah, go play golf.
You do be slow. Until they're riding by Ace on a bicycle, and then they fly by and almost kill him.
That one dude that ran me off the road that day, well, I was hot over that one.
They gas it.
I was not happy about that at all. But oh well.
They do not share the road up here, as they say.
No, they're not good road shares.
And as you hear, Ace is back from the baby moon,
Yeah, and I'm
which
struggling.
I'm still having a problem with. Not the concept of it, but the name of it.
Well, let me tell you what, it must be a thing, and legitimately a big thing, because it seemed like every other couple we encountered were pregnant over the weekend. And they came by the door of the room, they knocked on the door, and opened the door, a little touch of class. They gave us a little stuffed animal and a nice little card that said, "We hope you enjoy your baby moon. We wish you the very best on your upcoming, child, whatever, blah, blah, blah." And it was really sweet. But they had 3 other ones at the time. The guy had a little basket with like 3 other ones in there. It's like, okay, so there must be going around to all the couples that are having a baby moon, so to speak, and giving this little gift to everybody, which I thought was very cool. But one person did. I mentioned to somebody in one of the restaurants or something, and they were like, "Yeah, there's a lot of that going on right now." I was like, "Oh, because there are tons of pregnant ladies that were there. Mm-hmm. It was great. There were couples. It was wild."
Yeah, but, my problem with it, again, is calling it a baby moon when it's named after the honeymoon. Then the honeymoon is after you're married, you take a vacation with your honey, your honeymoon. Yeah. So the two of you go off somewhere after you've been joined in matrimony.
Agreed.
But a baby moon always happens before the baby is born. It should be... Now that the baby is born, take your baby on a vacation, and that would be called a baby moon.
Yeah, it should be called pre-baby turn-up.
Yeah, it make more sense.
Yeah.
Pre-baby turn up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Pre-birth vacation getaway, and then maybe you could just call it what it is. It's like a before birth, another thing to do that women get for free.
Okay.
More extravagance onto women. Like a push present, or they'll figure out a way to get a gift out of any little thing that they do that men can't do.
Yeah. Well,
They'll do it.
in this case, we got there and Amanda had a gift bag. And I was like, you didn't say anything about there being gifts involved in this thing. So she bought me a little thing of gifts.
Oh.
And I didn't buy her any gifts because I thought, we're going on this thing. I thought the baby moon was the gift. I thought that was the deal.
It's a baby tailgate.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You suck.
And they weren't, they were.
You didn't plan anything for the baby moon, and then you didn't get the present.
No, I didn't know there was supposed to be a
He's
present.
like, I'm here. That's the present alone.
I thought that's what we were doing. I thought that's what you were celebrating. I thought that was it. I didn't know that I was supposed to bring. And I even told her, I said, I'm a little upset by that because I didn't know there were supposed to be gifts. Like that's, I thought this whole thing was the gift. Why would we be getting gifts?
So you actually got the trinkets from her,
Yeah.
instead of the way it was supposed to be, where she was supposed to get little trinkets out of you,
I guess.
little treasures.
Yeah. Well.
Well,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotcha. So that was mistake number one on my part.
She was giving you a push out the door present.
That's right. Exactly. Let's see what's trending.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, so the Oscars were last night. Nobody got hit. And quite frankly, kind of missed that.
boring.
Why watch it?
Nothing really to talk about today. We're moving on.
Every headline is like, there was no slap. Everything went off as planned. It's
Okay.
like, well,
you knew
it's
there
an
wasn't going
award
to be a
show.
slap.
Like,
Yeah, it's not expected anymore.
Okay. I mean, Lady Gaga got up there and sang the song she did in Top Gun Maverick, a real stripped down version. And it was all right. Kind of showed up, no makeup on, didn't look, black t-shirt, and just kind of sang with an intense close-up from the ABC cameras for whatever reason. I'm not really sure
but
about
she
that.
wore a dress, like she arrived very elegant, but then changed and stripped down to perform the song, which is kind of what the thing everybody ended up talking about.
naked.
But, I don't know why it was such a big deal.
But last night, Best Actor Brendan Fraser for The Whale. Everybody was really excited about that. And Michelle Yeoh from Everywhere All at Once won for Best Actress.
In other words, everything but Best Actor went to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
That movie was really
That was the
good.
best
It won
movie.
Best Movie, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Director. It won 7 of the 11 it was nominated for.
But this headline is trending this morning. This phrase, identifies as Asian, is trending because NPR put out this article. It said Michelle Yeoh wins the Oscar for Best Actress, making history as the first person who identifies as Asian to win the award. And a lot of people were pointing out, she doesn't identify as Asian. She's Asian.
Yeah, right.
But then somebody said, well, technically there are people that are born in Asia that don't identify as Asian. I was like, oh, wow, that's a whole other ballgame. I don't even know what they're talking about.
What are we talking about?
But she is an Asian woman, and she was a great actress, and weird headline to put out there. According to the
Clearly
internet.
understandable, though, when you just let people pick what they are against whatever science says they are, or whatever the reality is.
Right above identifies as Asian is she is Asian. That was everybody's.
so those two things are trending. Yeah.
She is Asian. But honestly, all that stuff pales in comparison to my favorite news of the day, and that is Sammy Sweetheart coming back to Jersey Shore after a decade. I mean, just thrilling stuff.
I saw that yesterday and I was like, wait, what? Because Ronnie has officially been off the show for a while ever since he became a hot mess.
Yeah.
It's perfect time for her to come back.
They just show a picture of Sammy sitting in like a confessional look with like the green screen behind her and said, the sweetest bee you'll ever meet, Sammy Sweetheart. And it looks like she's filming for another season of Jersey Shore. So it means a lot to me because I
Me
loved
too.
the show when I was in college and we would get together and watch it like a bunch of chicks. But it was a great time to be alive.
And good
Be
for her
first.
to be able to get a chance to come back on the show, too. Because
Yeah.
I know that they asked her when it first started, but she was like, nah.
Yeah, she was fighting in the first series.
Yeah.
I mean, fighting with JWoww all the time, like really scrapping. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be fun.
It's my daughter's favorite show.
Is it really?
Yeah, the new episodes and all that. She wasn't if she were born, she was a baby whenever it was on MTV the first round. But when they brought it back, she got caught up and she
It's
loves
so
it.
good. I love it.
It's
too.
great, and it's
Yeah,
just
family
trashy
vacation.
and wonderful, and you love them all.
It's one of the few disappointments that she's given me.
Yeah, that she's into Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
That's understandable. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. And well, you know what? Those are a few things that are now trending.
Okay. There is a lady who is going viral for something that should be humiliating. Should be. This is going to blow your mind. It's that wild. Next.
Hear the Ace and TJ show anytime at acetj.com. And now you can see the Ace and TJ show. acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
Your little, don't call him my boyfriend, made a new friend yesterday. And he was all excited about it,
He was so excited. He sent me a text message.
And he doesn't have many friends here in North Carolina because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And all of his friends are there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he texted me yesterday, and he's like, "Hey," I made a new friend. So I called him because I was like, it better not be a woman friend. I don't like that. So I need clarification.
Okay.
So I called him. He's like, yeah. He was like, I was at the grocery store, and this guy just came up to me and asked me if I played sports. And he was like, we got to talking, and he works here in Charlotte, and we exchanged numbers and blah, blah, blah. So I was not trying to ruin his excitement or his fun, but I said, is that how guys make friends? I was like, do they just go up to random guys at the grocery store and just start conversation and ask them, hey, do you play sports? And he's like, I don't know, I guess. I'm like, I don't know, babe. I was like, I think that he might be interested in something else.
Like he may have been flirting with him.
Yeah.
And wanted to hook
Do
up.
you play sports?
Yeah, who says that, right?
Well,
Y'all,
I mean,
y'all don't do that?
Well, I've told guys in stores and all before I've come to them and said, hey, wow, you've got the body of an athlete. So it's kind of the same thing.
It's a little strange to me.
Here's my question, though. Do you play sports? I would think would normally lead to hey, we're looking for... Yeah, we're trying to pick up one more player for our softball team or for our basketball team or something. But that didn't follow. It was just the opening line was, do you play sports?
Yeah, I don't know if the guy has some type of league or whatever the case was, but that's still weird to me.
But you said that guy that approached him is an athlete. He played college football.
He played college football, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, would you go up to a guy and just be like, hey, do you play? I don't know. That just seems odd to me.
That wouldn't be my first thing that I would say to someone that I saw as a stranger in the store.
And at the grocery store, out of all places.
That's very true. Very true.
I would get it if it was at a sporting store.
So you didn't tell him any of this?
I did. I said all of it to him, and he told me I ruined everything.
Yeah, which is what you tell me all the time.
I wonder where he got that from.
Look at the twist that took place there.
I told him, I said, listen, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay. You're good.
Yeah,
you know what's going on.
If he were at Academy Sporting Goods or something and he's overlooking at the golf clubs and all, that could be hey, you play golf?
Yeah.
How often do you play? I don't get out there like I used to. I got a baby now, and my wife's on to me about being gone too much, whatever. That kind of thing could strike up a conversation. But just walking up to somebody in the produce section,
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, wow.
That's where I imagined it in my head. It happened.
You look very, very fit and coordinated.
Mm-hmm. And if he was wearing those little joggers that he wears, I don't know.
All right, so
that does seem odd for there not to have been a follow up of. So we're looking for a guy to play on our softball team if you're interested, kind of thing. That I would totally understand because you see a guy and think, I bet that guy's good. You just want the best players.
Yeah, but he was so he sounds so deflated after I just ruined this thing for him.
But he doesn't need to have it ruined. Let him find out. The guy may be just a normal guy. It may just be the way he starts conversations with people.
I don't know.
What do you think, Riggins?
I think it's totally normal.
Really?
Yeah, at 100%.
I wouldn't go up to a girl and be like, hey, and I don't know. I just wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Women go up to each other and say things like, "Oh my girl, I love your hair," or top you're wearing is so cute. Where did you get that? I mean, strangers who are women will say that kind of stuff to each other, and that's pretty much the same kind of thing. It's like he just approached him about some man thing about sports.
I don't think that is that common at all. I don't think that's common at all. Just to walk up to some guy and go, "Hey, you play sports?"
Hey.
No,
and
it's
then just
not.
start a conversation with him. It seems weird to me.
It's not common, but I can see where maybe he's not used to approaching people and all that. Yeah. So how are we going to find out? He's going to start the friendship with him and pursue it?
Well, I asked him yesterday because I had an event last night, and so after I left, I said, "Hey," I was like, "Did you text your friend yet? Have you guys texted
like,
yet?"
This is why guys can't have friends, because he makes a friend and she's like, "Gay." It's like, okay,
That's a good point. That's a valid point, Reagan.
gay.
Yeah, and now she's mocking him.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know.
Oh, is it your friend? Is it your boyfriend? Oh, you're gonna make out? It's like, shut up. You haven't even you're like in your pajamas, like your hair's in a dirty bun. He's like, yeah, because I'm tired of hanging out with you. I gotta make like an actual friend. I'd be thrilled. Get away from you. You got Cheeto dust on your fingers. Is it your boyfriend? Shut up.
Go hang out with your friend.
So,
How's your friend doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
This lady is a mom, and she say that she thinks there should be kid-free movie theaters. No kids in the movie theaters.
Not bad.
And she said it doesn't matter what the movie is. Like, even if adults, like, Rob wants to go see an animated movie or something, there should not be kids allowed into it. You could go with that, couldn't you, Rob? You don't like kids?
No, I do not.
He just admits it. No, I do not. I do not like children.
And you know why it is? I think I figured out why Rob doesn't like children.
Why?
Is because they are, with the things that they find fun and entertaining and all, they are his peers, and he doesn't play well with others, and so that's why he doesn't like children, because he's not good at sharing. Like, he wants all the comic book movies to himself. He wants all of the animated T-shirts to himself. He doesn't want any of the other little kids having them.
That's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are crowding his world because they like the same things.
How dare
So
they?
it would seem like everywhere Rob would go for some fun, he would run into a bunch of kids that he doesn't want to be around, because everything he does is built for children.
It's very interesting.
So he lashes out.
I should be selling that lemonade, not you.
No. But he would want to sell it from inside the house.
Yeah.
And they have to leave
Yeah.
it. He would leave it outside. Like, come get it at this time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
leave the money.
Leave the money.
Right. On the honor system.
I think it's maybe because he's scared that when he's going into his world, which is a childlike world, that the other children are going to beat him up. You remember? Because he was scared to go outside to those 9-year-olds that were taunting him on the doorbell camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're afraid of physical violence from a 9-year-old, Rob?
I mean, because I can't hit him back. So
Oh, that's what it is. Rob, you
I'll
wouldn't
go
even
to
hit it.
jail if I hit him back. So I don't
You
want
a
to get
punk.
involved.
But think about how many tender moments of joyous tears Rob has probably had interrupted in one of his movies by some child yelling out or something.
Yeah.
The kid speaking out when Spider-Man is turning back into Tobey Maguire or whatever. It's rough. Now I understand him, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
The kids are crying. He's crying. Like,
Exactly.
everybody's crying.
Yeah. And he's afraid they're going to get all the chicken tenders at the concession stand.
They're moving
All the
in on
nuggets.
everything that he loves. He just can't get
Everything.
away from them.
Everything.
The Ace and TJ Show is now your favorite radio and TV show in the morning. Stream us anywhere on our YouTube channel at Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
if you're watching us on YouTube this morning, HTJ TV is our YouTube channel if you want to watch. Yeah, and I look a little, my eyes are kind of swollen. And I'm struggling today. I got sick over the weekend or something. I'm having a hard time.
I'm glad I didn't get that
I
vaccine.
got my sinuses acting all up. But we wish Messy Mermaid Monica, who's watching on YouTube, she's got surgery today. So she said, I'm up at the hospital about to have surgery, but at least I'm up early enough to watch some of the show. So I hope your surgery goes well.
What kind of surgery? I wonder.
Doesn't
Monica.
say. I don't know.
Getting legs.
Getting rid of these fins.
So, all right, there's a lady on TikTok who's going viral. She is known as Puppy Girl Jenna. She lives like a dog. It's bizarre, to say the least. There's a video of her. The video's blowing up of her being walked by a guy down the sidewalk. Then they see another woman. I mean, this is clearly set up. They see another woman on a leash. Jenna starts barking at her. It's so weird. It's humiliating. It's just kind of odd. Check this out.
Come on. No, come on. Let's go.
It's these two women on leashes barking at each other. It's crazy.
Come on, Jenna, go. Let's go. Bad girl. Let's go.
Heck.
Keep walking.
Walking down the street on all fours. Like, what is going on? But I guess it works because they obviously got people talking about it. But it is one of the things that's blowing up right now.
Yeah, there's something sinister about it that I don't care for.
Yeah, I don't like that at
I hear
all.
you.
It's very weird, and I don't like it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
And y'all think it's real?
I think, well, it's her. It's on her. She posts a lot of videos about how she just like identifies with dogs in a way, and she probably wanted to be walked down the street like that.
Where's the other dog woman?
I don't know.
How's she fit in?
That's
Why
probably
is
for the
she
video.
there?
Yeah, what's she doing there?
But it's not the first time I've seen a woman walk down the street on a leash, and that
Yeah.
is
Have you ever seen it in real life?
no.
No, me either.
But
Doesn't it hurt
on
their
the-
knees?
Right.
Can't be fun.
I can't crawl on my hands and knees from here to that door without bruising up and needing a break. It hurts.
Yeah, I don't like this. No. Not good.
So just
You need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
a little something I think y'all can appreciate. Friday night, we got there. We got to we stayed at the Omni Grove Park Inn for the weekend for this baby moon. So we go to dinner. I think maybe it was Thursday night. Either way, and we're eating at one of the restaurants there in the Omni Grove Park Inn. It's the more casual one. We're sitting at a high top right by the bar, trying to watch the game, see what was going on. Most people in there were trying to watch the games in that area. And we're ordering some food and having a couple drinks. Well, Amanda's not because she's pregnant, but I had like a drink. And then the guy came by, and I was asking him. I said, "Hey, I forgot what I ordered. Maybe it was the seared salmon." And I said, I'd like a glass of wine." And he said, "Well, I'll bring you two options." I said, "That's fantastic." And he brought two very delicious white wines over. And I said, "Oh, this is really good. Tastes great. I'll have a glass of this." He said, "Sounds great." And he brought me a glass of wine. Then I had that glass of wine, and it was fantastic. One of the best glasses of wine I've ever had. And I said, "Excuse me, sir," as he passed by, "I'll have another of these delicious glasses of white wine. This is really good." And he said, "Sounds good." He brings me another delicious glass of white wine. You notice what I haven't done so far?
Ask how much it is.
Exactly. We got the bill.
Amateur.
$33 a glass.
Whew.
I was like, what?
That sounds so good.
It was awesome. But I was like, how much was that wine I had?
You spend like more than a regular bottle of wine on just two glasses.
I had two glasses of wine with $66 because I made the rookie mistake of not going, hang on, how much is this wine? Never ask. I don't know why. I just thought like it's probably like, $10, $12 a glass. I don't know.
You were staying at the Omni Grove. You're like, I got money. Bleh.
Yeah, well, I didn't have that.
I'm staying over here. This fancy hotel.
Yeah, $66 for two glasses of wine. I was
that
like,
hurt.
what?
Now, how many full bottles of wine could Rob buy with his blueberry flavored wine?
I was trying to do the math
Like
and I
12.
couldn't do it real quick.
I think it's like 5.5 based on what we learned last week of his blueberry wine because it's like $10.95 a bottle.
No. The blueberry wine I drink is $4.
So that's what I'm saying. He's like
$4 a bottle.
12 bottles. A little bit over 12.
So I could have been wasted on blueberry wine. Instead, I wasn't even buzzed on 2 glasses of white wine.
But you said it was delicious.
It was fantastic. It was. I mean, the wine was, top shelf. It was great. But I didn't make that mistake again the rest of the time. I'll just I have Tito's and tonic with a lime, please.
Yeah.
Ultra draft, thanks.
That's insane.
And I bet if you did a taste test side by side, Rob would actually enjoy the blueberry wine more than the expensive wine. This sucks.
For sure.
This sucks.
Probably so. You're right.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Okay. What has changed in the 20 years since I had a child? We asked this question on social media, and you had a lot of opinions. Next, hang on.
Get more Ace and TJ than ever before.
Wait a minute.
At acetj.com or acetj.tv, you can hear and see the Ace and TJ Show anytime you want. More Ace and TJ is coming up. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon, what are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
The new episode of TJ
The Ace
is going to be happening today live at 11 Eastern on our YouTube channel. And then after that, you download it however you want. Watch it, hear it, love it, live it, whatever. Sponsored by sponsored by Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, home of the Lake Norman Chill. The Lake Norman Chill is the wonderful mattress with technology to keep it cool as you want it to be all throughout the night. Got to try that out the other day when we went by Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture to check out all of the new stuff that they've got, and found out that they are also featured on as one of the remodelers on the television show Renovation Hunters on the Outdoor Network, Outdoor Channel. They have Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture redesigning some of the stuff and decorating in the houses that they're renovating. So that's big time. So whether you need furniture for the bedroom, the living room, whatever, mattresses, box springs, so comfortable, such great people to work with. You need to go to Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress to find what all they have there in a location near you. Sweet Dreams sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So the Academy Awards were last night. Nobody cares. I just find this kind of interesting. I don't even know what song won last night for Best Song. Does anybody know?
I don't know.
It was Dueling Banjos.
Yep. So they put out this list, though, this morning. Billboard.com put together a list of the top movie songs of all time based on their performance on the Hot 100 chart. And a couple of things are shocking. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston from The Bodyguard is at number 7. End of the Road by Boyz II Men from the movie Boomerang is at number 8. Both of those songs set a record for being at number 1 for the most consecutive weeks. End of the Road was number 1 for 13 weeks. And then that record was broken later in the same year by Whitney Houston, who was number 1 for 14 weeks. Here are your top 3. How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees from Saturday Night Fever. Number 2, Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And number 1, Endless Love, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie from the movie Endless Love. Those are the 3 biggest movie songs of all time. Number 4 was Eye of the Tiger from Survivor, and number 5 was Flashdance.
What about Titanic's song? That wasn't even on the list.
Did not make the top 10.
That's crazy.
Now, you can't take no list like that seriously unless number 1, without a doubt, hands down, is Eastbound and Down by damn Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit.
Hell yeah.
Ain't been never no better movie song than that.
That's probably true. It is a classic. But yeah, I just couldn't believe that I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston wasn't even in the top 5.
7?
That's because she was on the dope.
Okay.
They took off dope points for that.
They took off dope points. Okay.
What about Accidentally in Love, Shrek 2? Counting Crows?
Oh,
One of
I
my
love
favorites.
Didn't make the top 10, no.
Smash Mouth from Shrek 1?
No, not in the top 10.
Any other Shrek song? Oh, Hallelujah?
Yeah, that was a great one.
Leonard Cohen?
Nope. I think
Jeff Buckley?
I think Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Bryan Adams, that's the most recent movie to make it into the top 10. The rest are all from the 70s.
That's a dumb
and early 80s.
Yeah, who made that
No,
list?
Mrs. Robinson, it had to make the list somewhere, right?
I'm just not in the top 10.
Oh. And who did that list?
Billboard.com.
Stupid people.
Billboard.
So it's based off the Billboard Hot 100.
No Shrek
Cold
songs.
one.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
Billboard corn ball 100.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
We're on YouTube right now. I guess I should apologize to Mr. Todd, who runs our YouTube, because I wore a light-colored hoodie today, and I'm not supposed to wear anything light because it washes me out because I'm so pale. Pale face ace is what they call me.
What up, YouTube?
Yeah.
It's almost greenish.
So
Yeah, you do look you have a little green hue.
Yeah, okay. That's probably just the
Looking
color.
jaundicey.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
You got green jaundice.
You got
But
you
hey,
walking jaundice.
you are lighting up the room as the Green Lantern.
That's right.
So you can check it out on YouTube, Ace TJ TV. It's Paleface Ace and TJ in the morning.
Oh, Shamrock Shake
Yeah.
looking. It's like mint green.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Why are you mint green?
I think it's the way he dials down the color to try to make it darker, make it sharper on my camera, because my camera is different from everybody else's for whatever reason. We have 3 different cameras in here, and something about that makes this color, this cream-colored hoodie I'm wearing, look kind of greenish. I think
Mint chocolate.
I don't know. Thank you, Rob. You're just full of it this morning, aren't you?
I just turned on a ring light in my face.
Cute.
Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's reflecting out of your glasses.
Yeah, especially from your
Like you have
glasses.
2 white dots for eyes.
I probably shouldn't do that.
You guys are so high maintenance. Me
I'm
and
not doing
Riggins just
anything.
be chilling. We don't even worry
I'm not
about
doing
it.
anything.
I'm not high maintenance at all. It's just I just can't help the fact that I'm very pale.
We look like we're on a Zoom call.
Yeah, exactly.
Your skin is very high.
Y'all are wondering about your lights. We over here on a 1.3 megapixel camera slapped on a Chromebook. This is as good as it's gonna get.
I know,
We got to get both of y'all in one shot. We got to do it with a different camera.
This is a struggle over here.
Y'all are lit by a neon sign behind you.
and you don't hear us complain.
Y'all sitting under the neon moon.
Yeah. Well, y'all aren't paying for it either.
Yeah, whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm not complaining. I'm making an observation that I forgot today and wore a dark. I didn't wear. It's my fault. I didn't wear a dark color like I'm supposed to wear. I'm not supposed to wear light colors anymore in here for anything. Apparently,
just in general.
It's just like a dark T-shirt is all I'm allowed to wear from now on for the rest of my life. Apparently,
You should have been born so white.
Yeah, Ace. You ever think of that?
Yeah, I should have done something about that.
Did you think about that?
You know,
Yeah, don't blame Mr. Todd. Blame your Irish ancestors.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Real quick, here's something a little bit different. If you have a Tesla, you might want to be aware of this. This Canadian guy says he can actually open all kinds of other people's cars with his app.
I start driving it. I noticed there was a crack on the windshield, and then I called my wife. What happened to the windshield? Next message was, you are driving the wrong Tesla car. I think there was 2 Tesla cars which are parked side by side. And because I was in a hurry, I jumped into somebody's car. I was surprised how I was able to drive somebody else's car.
So you use the app to unlock the door. The app unlocks the car and cranks the car. He just hit the button, got in the wrong one, driving away. He was like, why is the windshield shattered? His wife was like, well, the windshield's not shattered. Whoa. He goes back. There's his car. They were parked right next to each other.
I think that's a little problematic, I think.
Yeah.
One of the things I don't like about the car that I have now, since I gave my son my truck and I got like regular car, like people have.
Yeah.
It's all right. I don't like it. But anyway, it looks like a lot of other cars. And I was coming out of a Best Buy one day and walked up to another car and just very similar looking car. Opened the door, went to get in, was like, what has happened to the seat? I looked and I was like, why is my car's never this messy? Oh, I'm not in my car. Somebody left their car door unlocked, and I just opened their car door in the Best Buy parking lot.
Gosh.
Realized my car was 2 parking spots away. I was like, oops.
But that's on them for leaving their car unlocked.
That's true. And
You
for
should
being
have just
messy.
stolen it to make a point, teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
So I was at this baby moon over the weekend. Something I was not familiar with until my wife kind of filled me in on how this works. They didn't have those the last time I had a child 20 years ago, almost 21 years ago. Yeah, because the baby's due June 17th, and that's 2 months before, a month and a half actually. No, two months before my son's 21st birthday. That's how long it's been since I had a baby. And it's her first. So things have changed a lot. So it's been a while since I had a kid. What are some new problems that I'm probably not familiar with? You know, for example, now we have push presents, and now we have baby moons. Now, those aren't problems. Those are just new things that didn't know about. I still think I'm going to get her a push present because she knows what she wants, and it's a little trinket that's very important. I get it.
Very.
Yeah. Well, she just wants, once he's born, she just wants a little bracelet with Dax's name on it.
Everything can be very important to her. If she can use that for anything.
But it doesn't have to be expensive at all. It's just a little something with his name on it.
Also, just make it with beads.
Yeah. Well, example. I bought her this little bracelet this weekend. It was like $22, and it just said it says "Mama" on it, and she was like thrilled by that. Just very excited to have something that said she's going to be a mom. So, that kind of thing. So what else is there? And we posted this last night on our Facebook page. And, a ton of answers. And Autumn said everything he thinks he's doing right is wrong, per the internet.
Oh, everything the guy thinks, the dad thinks?
I think everything anybody thinks, apparently. The internet now will tell you is completely wrong. Audra said, I think it's not going to be the actual baby that's the change for Ace. I think the change will be dealing with the other babies, toddlers, and parents, et cetera, in schools and parks. The way people act and teach their kid is totally different now. It might be a culture shock.
Yeah.
Also, people are overprotective over children now and overly concerned about little things.
I didn't think about that. The problem would be you having to deal with the other wacko parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't think about that either. Taylor said, not necessarily baby problems, but be aware of postpartum depression, anxiety, etc. Signs and symptoms. Sometimes we can't pick up on them, but our partners can. Be your wife's advocate also in how y'all decide to feed your baby. Lactation consultants can be pushy, and it's a pain.
Yeah, and I'm one of those. And I've offered my services for free. We're friends. I'm a lactation consultant.
TJ, criminal profile lactation consultant.
Yeah.
What a title.
Weird.
Hey, man, I'm just well-rounded, that's all.
Yeah, wow.
So what are some other things that I need to be aware of that could be kind of a culture shock, so to speak, when it comes to having kids 20 years apart? And it may not even be the kids themselves. It just could be how things work differently now. Could be, kid shows. Could be all kinds of different things.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby, you gotta get used to that.
I'm cool with that.
It's fine.
Yeah, those kind of things never bothered me. Watching the same shows or little songs like that. That's all cool.
I have to think about how you put the car seat in a regular car instead of a covered wagon this time around.
Thank you, Wiggins.
I think the school, when the child gets in school, is going to be the biggest difference.
Probably so, yeah.
And the biggest part of your life you have to dedicate to the child is his schooling.
I would agree with that. So at the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next. Hang on.
From the Calotren Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotren at acetj.com/weight loss. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show. This is Ace TJ 5G.
You can have it all when it comes to a restaurant. Great food, great service, incredible atmosphere, great people, drinks, everything. You can have it all if you go to Fahrenheit, 21 stories above the city on South Caldwell. You will love it, whatever your needs are. Romantic night, business meeting, just hanging out for a couple of drinks before going to an event. It doesn't matter. They do everything, and they do it all so well. FahrenheitCharlotte.com is where you find more details. FahrenheitCharlotte.com.
There's a woman on the internet who goes by the name Gucci and Gumdrops, which is cute. But she's catching all kinds of heat online for this thing that she posted. She said, being a housewife is only fun when you're married to someone wealthy and you can go to yoga and get your nails done. Being a housewife to a man making $65,000 a year and having to cook, clean, do laundry, go to the post office, and take the kids to school for free is not the easy life. Agree?
I don't know what being a housewife is like. So.
Well, I agree. It's not.
She breaks it out like it's fun if you get to do all the things you want to do all the time.
Right.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't anything be that way?
Yeah, any job would be that way if I could do whatever I want.
Yeah. All the fun stuff, none of the hard stuff like.
So are people criticizing her or what?
Yeah, heavily.
But being a stay-at-home mom is not for the benefit of the mom. Being a stay-at-home mom is for the benefit of the kids. And for her to say doing it for free is despicable.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the point of it, TJ's right. The point is the reason my first wife stayed home was because we thought we could afford it at the time. We thought that was better for the child. It's better for both of our kids to have mom there in the household with them every morning, home when they come home from school, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and statistics show that it's the best way for the child to have a parent at home putting in full-time parenting during the day and when they're home from school, especially when they're little and they're not in school yet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's not really a job. It's for the love and the betterment of the children. You make that decision to be a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah. The top response is she's basically saying how much nicer it is to be rich at any responsibility level.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess that's kind of what you guys are saying.
If you got to go to work and do whatever you wanted to do, it would be much more fun going to work than it would be, doing whatever you do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For real.
Go play with pandas.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
It's bumming me out. I'm being rich. Now that I think about it, I do want to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's just something to think about.
What, think about being rich?
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
Ace TJ 5G.
When it comes to losing weight, you need some help. If you've tried a lot of things and it's been so hard, it's been difficult for you to maintain any weight loss that you've established in any diet program or something, then you should give our friends at Calitrin a call. Or just start out by going to their website. You'll see so much stuff on their website. Their webmaster has to be exhausted from putting up all the stuff that they have as far as helpful information on their website. That is acetj.com/weight loss. So you can see that. So it's not a drug. Calitrin is collagen that we need in our bodies, and we lose it over time. And it promotes fat loss and lean muscle, and it's not going to make you feel jittery and make you feel like your heart is racing or any anxiety or anything like that. You actually take it before you go to bed. So it's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. And right now, when you buy 3 months supply, you get 2 months free and $20 off. You can't let this pass you by. Go to acetj.com/weight loss today and order Calitrin.
Well, y'all have just kind of freaked me out a little bit, just going through some of the responses. We've got well over 100 of these regarding how things have changed, what I got to look out for when it comes to having a new baby. That's June 17th is the due date. Man, I mean, I haven't had a kid in almost 21 years since I had a newborn. And I thought I did a pretty good job. You know, the first two go-arounds, things worked out okay for the most part. But Natalie said gentle parenting. Feeding scheduled to prevent food allergies. Don't swaddle. So many safety gadgets. Well, I had to look up, like, what is gentle parenting? Gentle parenting sounds like being a decent parent. You know, don't be too hard, don't be too soft.
Gentle.
It's called gentle parenting. I looked it up. And it's an evidence-based approach to raising happy, confident children, composed of 4 main elements: empathy, respect, understanding, and boundaries. It focuses on fostering the qualities you want in your child by being compassionate and enforcing consistent boundaries. Which means it sounds like you be a good parent.
Do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't know why it has a name, but hey, it does. So I guess that's one of the things we got to look out for. Leah said, our food's poor.
Yep.
Okay.
Strap in, buddy.
Here we go.
I do know taking kids' innocence at a young age from our culture is a lot stronger than it was 20 years ago.
Agreed.
You know, taking their innocence.
Alejandra said, Ms. Rachel, she's coming. I've heard of Mrs. Rachel. She's, I guess, like the hot thing for kids now.
Miss Rachel?
On YouTube. There's a lady called Miss Rachel. She's she does like shows for kids and stuff.
Is she hot?
Cute. I don't know. I think she's cute. I think I saw a picture of her.
Rachel.
Liberal woman?
I don't know anything else about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not discussing screen time because that's your business. But I'm going to assume screen time is going to happen anyway. And there will be a time for Ms. Rachel. And when you learn about her, she will be your saving grace at times.
Oh, Miss Rachel.
Oh, so Miss Rachel must be somebody who's super important.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
We're watching her video. It
Yeah.
just seems like very baby friendly, and she seems sweet.
Better start looking for preschools now. The parents nowadays are pretty serious. Let's see. Stacy said, I can relate to Ace. I have grown kids, but I'm helping raise my grandson. From BLW, I don't know what that is, to gentle parenting. Apparently, I had no clue about how to raise a child before Gen Z told me where I went wrong.
Yep.
I don't know what BLW is.
Baby-led weaning.
I beg your pardon?
Meaning what, Rob?
I don't know. I just Googled BLW and that's what came up. I was just telling you. Baby-led weaning. I mean, figure it out. You're the one having a kid, not me.
Okay. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah. I think, does that mean letting the baby decide when he or she stops breastfeeding?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Let's see. I have a 6-year-old and a 7-week-old, and apparently organic diapers are the new thing now,
Ooh, are
according to Dylan.
those the ones you got to reuse?
They're made of leaves.
They're made of leaves.
Organic diapers. Give me a break.
Yeah. Let's see. As a new mom, I'd say BLW, baby-led weaning, skipping pureed food and start giving baby food since 6 months and let baby explore new tastes and get in the habit of eating. It's terrifying, but my baby eats everything now at 10 months.
Yeah, give me a steak. No,
Exactly.
6 months.
We're going in hardcore.
It's a baby steak.
Yeah. And Nicholas said that traditional parenting roles, tasks, and duties no longer apply.
True.
Well, maybe not in your house, Nicholas.
Oh,
You know, don't even play.
While we open in Pandora's box.
Yeah, she may not be pregnant anymore, but she'll still be barefoot in the kitchen.
Hey, let's make me a sandwich. Wow.
Yeah, so now that I'm terrified, thanks, everybody.
I'm worried about you in the pickup line. I'll be honest.
I killed the pickup line as a kid, as a parent before.
Yeah.
I was awesome in the pickup line. Key to pickup line is early. You got to be there early.
Yeah.
So you're not stuck at the back of the line. You get there early. You can just hang out and do stuff on your phone or whatever until it's time to get in. You get in, get your kid, get out.
Yeah.
Nothing to it. I aced the pickup line before.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We'll recap the Oscars plus things to look forward to this week in Now Trending coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show 5G app is sponsored by Papa John's. Order now on our app, the Papa John's app, or papajohns.com. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes. You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ. Get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
We are very blessed through our charity Peyton's Promise to work with some great people. We're in the middle of narrowing it down to the final four for the first quarter of the rest of your life, where somebody's going to win $10,000 from Peyton Promise. That wouldn't happen without great sponsors like Bradham Brothers Incorporated. Bradham Brothers, heating, cooling, and electrical. Over 50 years, they've served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile. Top quality trained products, and they take pride in every level of service they provide to their customers. Go to BradhamBrothers.com. That's BRADHAM Brothers.com. BradhamBrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
I went to the movie at the theater Friday. Boy and I did. We went to see Creed 3. Now, we've enjoyed all of the Creed movies. We've enjoyed all of the Rocky movies. So we were pumped about Creed 3. Emphasize the word were.
Oh,
pumped.
Don't tell me it's not good.
I didn't think it was so great, and neither did Boy. But I mean, hey, it's getting whatever is good on Rotten Tomatoes, whether a lot of tomatoes is good or a few, however they do that. The reviews are good on it. But it was kind of drawn out in some scenes that they could have picked it up a little bit. Like at one point, I actually felt myself say to the screen, "Say it." Damn, you stand there sitting down, dramatic, sit down and then stare and talk. You're taking too long.
Yeah.
One of the fight scenes, like the main fight scene, had some tributes to anime in it.
I knew that was going to be something you didn't like about it.
Because evidently Michael B. Jordan is an anime fan, and he directed it. And my son had to tell me what was borrowed from anime. At one time at the end of the round, a slow motion punch from each of the boxers landed in their face at the same time, and then they froze in a tableau, and then my son showed me the anime picture of how that happens all the time. That's the way that looks. And another time when Creed got hit in the stomach and his eyes bugged out really big and all that was an anime thing. Okay. And then in the major fight scene, all of a sudden it just morphs into looks like something out of the Matrix, with the ring turning into a cage and then the crowd disappearing and echoing and fuzzy things. It just, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people like it. It just wasn't my deal. It was no Rocky. I'll tell you that.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Right?
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be.
I don't know if I'm going to make it. I am struggling over here.
All right, we are in the Calitron Ace and TJ studios, and don't miss the weekend review from this past week. You can go get it on the podcast, Weekend Review Podcast, on our website or on our app, sponsored by Calitron. Calitron's just all over this show. You need help losing weight, go to acetj.com/weight loss.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
But today's National Napping Day. Yeah, it's National Napping Day. Happens always the day after daylight savings because the assumption is that you lost an hour. Did anybody struggle with the time change? I didn't.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very tired, but it's great because I was going to take a nap today anyways, and so now I know it's National Napping Day, and I'm celebrating the day.
Yeah. Oh, I felt bad on Friday. I said, I'm just looking forward to taking a nap. Alexis, what are you going to do? And she goes, I'm working 11 to 9.
Yeah.
Well, 11 to 9?
I was
like 10 hours.
10 hours.
So horrible. But yeah, go get your nap today for National Napping Day. Napping Day. Last night, one for Best Movie. I did not watch any of it. I know nobody got slapped.
So they say Angela Bassett got mad at Jamie Lee Curtis. I saw that on the news website I was looking at this morning.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
She
did
winning.
Yeah, she was the only one of the nominees that didn't clap for Jamie Lee Curtis. And definitely her face was stoic.
So Angela Bassett was also nominated
in
that same category? Okay.
Yeah, she was in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, who's been getting a lot of good press lately. So it was, I think that was a sort of an obvious win
And that was
she was
her
going to take that.
first
Yeah.
win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been
never
in the
won.
game for a long time.
But Angela Bassett looked highly irritated because she didn't emote at all. So you got to make of that what you will. But I don't know that I'd have the I don't know, the personality to be like, oh, congratulations. No, I want to win it. Well, I want to win.
You want to win, but you need to have, you need to learn to be a part of being involved in things is learning how to win and lose properly.
Yeah, I don't know how to lose properly. I'm just a bully and mean.
That's too mature for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to pull it together. I'd be really upset. But during last night's Oscar ceremony, we got the first official full-length commercial for The Little Mermaid, the new live-action remake of the Disney classic. And it looked like producers and people involved with the movie have heard the criticism that everything looks so dark, like literally underwater and black. So right at the end of the trailer, it seems to brighten up and you can see the characters more clearly. And it looks like kind of like an animated film.
Yeah, but what a waste it would be to do all that work and put that whole thing together, and then everybody comes out of the movie with the same complaint. Had a hard time seeing it.
You can't.
Like,
it's hard to see.
That doesn't make any sense. It's glad they did that.
Yeah,
it's gonna bomb anyway.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it'll bomb.
Little Mermaid bombs.
Yeah,
that's a great hot take.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I know, me too. I cannot wait.
You can't wait to see it?
It looks great.
Really? Love that. Up where they walk.
Up where they walk.
Up where they walk. Up where they walk. Up where they walk. Up where they walk. That's literally how Alexis sang that song.
Alexis has performed that song before, and that's the only line she knew.
She's not quite sure of the words.
Up where they walk. Up where they walk. So, what?
Up where they walk.
I love it. I love that song.
Loves it.
Doesn't know any of those only words she knows.
No.
4 words. Up where they walk. Only 4 words she
Up where
knows.
they
She
walk.
loves that song.
Just over and over. I love that. And then right now, the top trending topic, hashtag The Last of Us, the season finale of the HBO show debuted last night. And it was a monster. That show was absolutely enormous. So I know they've already renewed it for season 2 if you haven't seen it. Kind of like a zombie show, although they say we don't use the Z word. Yeah. This is not a zombie show. We call them the infected. It's different. But to me,
still zombies.
Look like zombies. I don't know.
But they're not in the show a lot, the zombie characters. It's mostly about the people affected by the zombie characters.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So those are a few things that are now trending.
We know that everywhere you turn nowadays, somebody is claiming to have been shamed by some. You're engaging in something shaming of me. Just now, we were engaged in lyric shaming Alexis, because she doesn't know the words to some songs that she sings, mainly Part of That World by The Little Mermaid. So we're going to find out what kind of shaming you have to deal with, and go ahead and give you a warning. These are not things that you are really upset by. These are things that you can look at and go, bah, ha, 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 about. We'll explain more and get to it next.
Live from the Calitrin Studios. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More of the Ace and TJ Show next. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. If you got a business, you need some advertising done, and you need it done because your advertising needs to be balling on a budget, then you need Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com and check it out.
I heard of something. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it. A funeral for your 20s?
No.
It's no longer a 30th birthday celebration. It's now a funeral for your 20s.
Oh, I don't like that.
I saw this over the weekend. It's blowing up on TikTok. So you're 29, and on your 30th birthday, it's some of them go so far as to make coffins as if you have died, and they have black flower arrangements and black balloons, and they have like 29 in black in the balloons, and these everybody wears black as if they're going to some type of very sad event, and it can't be as sad as they make it look on TikTok. Some of them look like they're kind of having a little bit of a party, but a lot of them look like it's just the most sad affair because you're no longer in your 20s.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's a funeral for your 20s. It is blowing up around the country.
People doing too much.
Why people want to be sad on purpose?
Yeah, it's finding a reason to be sad instead of like, oh, this is a new adventure in my life. This is the next part of my life. It's
Or a blessing that you're living another year.
Yeah, it's part of growing up. You know, you're like, oh, this is going to be an interesting time. My 30s is going to be different than my 20s. Let's see what happens. And now it becomes this, I got to have a funeral for my 20s.
I think it's just more of a trend of self-centeredness, seeking attention, and drama.
Yeah, it's very
That's what
dramatic.
it is.
Very dramatic.
We are a country of dramatic people at the moment and self-centered.
We're all drama queens.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look at me. This is what I'm about. Pay attention to me. Celebrate what I want you to celebrate about me.
Now, again, some of them are done kind of tongue in cheek, but some of them are like, come off as very dark. The funeral for your 20s. Most of them seem like they're a little tongue in cheek, but there are Pinterest boards. Amazon has a whole RIP 20s birthday decorations section. Etsy has Death to My 20s, showing people different things they can do. Food gressing, whatever that is, Death to My 20s, party ideas, foods, games, decor, invitations, all that kind of stuff. So your whole birthday is built around the fact that you're no longer 29 and essentially your 20s have died.
The 30s are awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of a downer, though, to me.
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes. You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace.
The Ace and TJ app is possible thanks to our friends from Papa John's Pizza. You can order right from within the Ace and TJ app, or you can head over to papajohns.com. Try the new crispy parm pizza, cheese baked into their thin crust pizza. It's papajohns.com.
Yay, yay.
Yay, yay.
With the Papa John's.
Yep.
Priyanka, is it Chopra or Chopra? Chopra. And that is Frankie Jonas's wife, right?
Yeah.
Frankie, the younger of the youngest of the four brothers, the Jonas brothers. No, that's Nick's wife, right?
Correct.
She says that she was body shamed for not being quote unquote sample size. Now, who would have body shamed her? Everything I've ever seen about her since the minute she came on the scene is people praising her for how beautiful she is. And she is pretty.
Agreed. What do you mean
Very
sample
pretty.
size, though?
I guess they mean the size that you're supposed to be, where you're not realistic.
Oh.
You know, you're so thin, like a Barbie.
Okay.
And if you're not that, then you get shamed, body shamed. Because again, I've never heard anybody say anything other than glowing things about the way she looks. I wonder who she's talking about. Body shamed her.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And why does everybody have to be a victim of something at all times? You know, that's what they say about Meghan Markle and Harry Markle, is that they had everything in the world, you know. Even if they didn't like being a part of the royal family, they could have split off from that and just done their own thing. They didn't have to go out and tell everybody what huge victims they are of the royal family and how hard they've got it and all that. And I don't know the context of this. It could have just been a conversation in an interview or something where she threw that out there. But at some time or another, we've all been shamed in that form, like body shamed or something else. You know, when I was a little kid, I was lawn shamed all the time because we had a big, like 1 acre lot that our house sat in the middle of. And my dad was not really good with keeping up with having it mowed.
Yeah.
And he never, ever did anything to make the grass better, you know, because it was a lot of weeds and all, because it was pasture land whenever they built the neighborhood on it. And so our grass in the yard still had these big weeds that you would find out in the middle of a field, that he never did anything to kill the weeds and get the grass looking good and all that. He just hired somebody, Mr. Atkins, would come over every 2 weeks and mow it. Well, it needed to be mowed more than every 2 weeks because, I mean, it would get really high and it would look bad.
Yeah, 2 weeks in that climate was a long time to go.
Yeah, and so my mom would freak out about it and she would try to mow. But, I mean, it wasn't good, easy to mow grass. And so people would, like the kids would talk about my grass, so I would get lawn shamed.
Yep.
Oh, Rich, you got the long grass.
Look at it, man. We can't play at your house. We're liable to get lost.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So then when I got to be a teenager, my dad bought a riding lawnmower, and that's what I was on that day, that I was trying to get the grass mowed really fast, and I ran over the gas meter and filled the whole neighborhood up with gas. Could have blown up, you know, it could have been a giant shroom cloud over my neighborhood the way I did that. But we forehead shame Alexis all the time.
Yeah, I was redhead shamed a lot as a kid.
Yeah,
Made fun because I had red hair.
But
That thing is big.
But I don't think your forehead is that big. You tell the story about the kids at school saying you had a 5-head and forehead shaming you.
Yeah.
Which is going to make us say it anyway.
Right.
When it traumatized me for life.
Yeah.
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 You walk into a classroom to give something to the teacher and a kid yells at you, forehead in front of the whole classroom. Yeah, it does something to you.
Yeah.
He just said forehead?
Yeah, or 5 head. He's like, 5 head. And I'm like, I'm here just trying to drop something off to the teacher. Like, I didn't ask.
They called me 5 head.
I didn't ask for this.
You distracted
I'm already
him from
like
his
super
schoolwork.
short and get made fun of that.
In
Short
homemade
shame.
clothes.
You were short shamed and
Short
forehead shamed.
Yes.
So what do you got? What kind of shamed were you following those lines? It didn't have to bother you. It could have been something, like grass shaming me or lawn shaming me. I mean, it wasn't my doings. That was my dad's.
It's all my dad.
Yeah. Alexis doesn't really have a huge forehead, so that shouldn't bother you now as an adult.
Well,
Well, she doesn't.
Well,
Y'all act like her hair is like her hairline is back like Jerry Rice, Stevie Wonder, or some damn body.
Yeah, it ain't like that.
It's not.
She grew into it. She grew into her forehead.
We wardrobe shame Rob all the time about his cartoon shirts and all that.
Well, and big head shame.
And big head shame.
We do big head shame you very much.
I got that my whole life.
All right, so what do you got? What kind of shamed were you or are you? What kind of shamed do you get? Send us a DM or comment on our social medias at the Ace TJ Show.
Ace and TJ. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes. And us, this is Ace TJ 5G.
How important is it that your office is clean? How important is it that your medical building is clean? Your office and it's not sparkling. They have a bad first impression of you and your product. There's a little lack of trust there that's built. That's why the Johnson Group is so important. The Johnson Group only does commercial cleaning. It's all they've ever done. Started by sisters Katie and Emily back in 2004. The Johnson Group currently takes care of over 15 million square feet of office and medical building space throughout the greater Charlotte area every single month. That's Optimist Hall. That's all of the YMCAs in Charlotte, High Point, and Gastonia. Doesn't matter what type of business you have. If you are the person who is involved in making the decision for who cleans that business, that office, here's what you do. Go to acetj.com/clean. That's acetj.com/clean to find out more about the very best when it comes to commercial cleaning. That's the Johnson Group. acetj.com/clean.
What y'all think about keeping a promise you made to somebody right before they died?
What do I
Y'all think that's very important to do, to keep that promise?
Yeah, I tend to think it's very important, yeah.
Even if nobody else heard you make that promise?
Yeah.
See, that would make a difference to me. If everybody heard me make the promise, or if it was just between me and the almost deceased, and I made the promise, I'd come a lot closer to keeping it if other people heard it.
Yeah.
That's a valid point.
And how is it a tough promise?
Well, I mean, there's a woman in Mississippi, and she died in 2019. She made her grandson promise to lose weight right before she died. Her dying wish was for him to lose weight. He was 649 pounds, and he's kept his promise. He's now lost over 360 pounds and didn't even have gastric bypass. He lost it,
Wow.
That's
doing other stuff.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So you thinking he's like, screw you, Grandma.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat.
But then his life is better because he kept his word to his grandmother.
Yeah. But I'd probably, I'd had to evaluate the situation. Just like how long I spend washing my hands in the bathroom. If there's somebody in there, I'm going to spend a lot longer than if there's nobody in there to witness.
I am guilty of that also. I will admit that. I will admit that. Yes, I do that.
If somebody else is in there, I'm like, I'm going into surgery.
I did that. I did that at a restaurant over the weekend. There was a guy who was washing his hands when I walked up to the sink, and I was like, and I thought to myself, damn, this guy's washed his hands a long time.
Yeah.
So I just kept washing, and I'm thinking, when is he gonna stop washing his hands? Because he got there first. When's he gonna stop so I can stop?
Right, and it's just the guilt that you put onto yourself. You don't want to be judged.
That's funny you mentioned
It'd be
that.
the same way. If I made a promise to my Nana, which I loved my Nana like nobody's business. If it was just the two of us and she asked me to do something, like quit drinking, which I don't do a whole lot of in a bad way. It's like not like it's ruining my life or anything.
Yeah.
Then I would say, okay, Nana, because she was very anti-alcohol. She wouldn't even taste a beer if you made her. You'd have to tie her up and force it down her throat. I'd say, okay, Nana, rest now. You rest. And then, I'd crack one open after her funeral because I need to calm my nerves. My Nana died.
Sure.
Right there and then.
She didn't say when. She said at some point.
Stop drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you don't agree with the promise, you're not about to say no as they're dying.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you're gonna be like, okay, whatever, dude.
Promise me you'll get divorced. Okay. All right, Papa.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it means.
Faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence. Yeah. That's the same thing. Are they pooping on themselves?
Yeah, they're like,
It's not.
no,
It's really
what are
bad.
you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. Lost all his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted, when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
Secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Wanna be like me, yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Before it was identified as shaming, what have you been shamed for? For what have you been shamed? Like now there is body shaming and kink shaming, which should be a thing. Alexis was forehead shamed as a young girl because they said that she had the big forehead in her class. And in the superlatives, that didn't do her any good either when they voted her biggest forehead.
They did not vote me. Shut up.
That would have been amazing.
Y'all drive shame me every day.
Yeah, we drive shame you because you're not such a great driver.
Yeah. Is that drive shaming you, or is that just trying to get you to be more safety conscious?
No, it's for us to what do you call it? Dead name her as a bad driver. It's offensive, and we're shaming her.
Yep.
Rob is head shamed because we talk about how big his head is in a negative way. And during the break, they were just going back and forth with each other. At least I don't have a big forehead. Well, you got a big enough head. Well, you know, so it was just shaming all over the place. So this little exercise of unity may have backfired.
It's working out great.
Unity, you say? That's what you expected?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
unity in the Ace and TJ community.
Okay.
Selena says, my husband loves to point out the fact that I'm over a foot shorter than he is. He'll walk up to me until I'm at his chest, and he'll look over my head and say, where'd my wife go? And then look down and go, oh, there she is. So he's short shaming her.
Classic.
That's cute, though.
But she's 5 feet tall. She's still 2 inches taller than Alexis.
Yep.
Which, by the way, where did Alexis go? Oh, there she is.
Jeff on the front of our Facebook page said he's been shamed about how long I spend, as my wife says, quote, hiding in the bathroom, end quote. Now my kids also shame me.
Poop shaming.
So he's been, is that what it'd be? He would be poop shamed?
I think so.
Or bathroom shamed?
Yeah.
I get TV shamed all the time.
By who?
By my wife, talking about how, you know, obsessed I am with television. And they're just not letting me do my thing.
Yeah.
And I don't even watch so much TV that I would be considered obsessed with it. I'd be doing other things.
You're obsessed.
I got other things going on. You know, I'm up there putting my sermons together.
Your sermons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because I'm not a preacher and I don't have anywhere to deliver these sermons doesn't mean I'm not writing sermons.
So you're just writing sermons just for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in
Keep
case
himself locked in.
in case I need to, you know, deliver one day if the weather's right and I got a good megaphone.
That's the best excuse ever. That might be better than bad sushi from Walmart. Sorry, I can't. I'm writing a sermon. He's like, what? Is he a pastor? I don't know. He said he was writing a sermon.
Write the
That's
sermon.
perfect.
Yeah.
This sounds super serious.
Yeah, who's going to question that?
No one.
I'm a sermon writer.
Yeah.
You can be a sermon writer without being a preacher.
Very true.
Yeah. Just like you can be a speech writer without being a speaker.
Yeah. Is there any sermon writers, though?
Well, I can be one.
Well,
I'm the newest one.
never heard of it.
You could be like a ghostwriter, sermon ghostwriter.
Yeah. Well, you know, they have workbooks and stuff that give, you know, a lot of preachers use to give them ideas on directions to go and things like that with sermons.
Oh, that's cheating. You can't do that. That's messed up.
Yeah, it has to be inspired by the Holy Spirit.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
Yeah, but you got to do one
then
every
they got-
week for
but they
years.
got-
It'd help.
I'm sure they
That's
have
what you
these
signed up for.
materials that aid in you know, making it flow, and you know, where they got to find some of those stories somewhere.
Yeah, the Bible.
No, not those stories. The stories about this. You know, I heard a story about a man who worked at a factory his whole life, and you know, use the examples of how it ties into the Bible. They got to find those somewhere. Probably preacher.com.
Yeah, askpreacher.com.
They love that one about the mustard seed. Try that one. Throw that on.
Or the camel's eye thing.
Yeah. And eye of the needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they probably have learning materials.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the preachers who have to put on a dynamic sermon would probably need that more than people who just read, you know, the material and don't even get out from behind the pulpit, just up there, you know, instead of like throwing some fire and brimstone on them. That's what it is, fireandbrimstone.com. I bet you. That's where they get it.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Some lady has blown the secret of an airline. Because you remember, Ace, when they threatened to have me arrested at the Birmingham airport that day when I said, but my bag will fit into the carry-on size.
I
and
do.
They said, you're going to get arrested. Well, this may be why. We'll tell you what it is next.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
All right, so how are you like Alexis? Alexis is starting a journey today. It's sort of, it's a journey.
It's a journey.
Spiritual, physical, mental.
I'm going to refine myself.
You're going to refine yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to start a diet, basically. So, but it's a journey.
Go through all that. Where she started a diet, so...
You know, she's looking to turn things around, I guess. I don't know.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
What is your goal?
To just be healthier, have healthier habits, eat healthier, be more conscious about what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm. So to be on a diet.
Get a Ferrari.
Lose a little bit of weight.
How are you like Alexis? Now, I'm a lot like Alexis, I think, in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm sure I am a little bit like her. But how are you like Alexis, knowing what you know about her from her being on the show? Kelly said, because I would already have treats stashed to cheat on that diet.
Ooh.
That's how I'm like Alexis. Yeah. Now, Alexis did say when we first started talking about this, she was already planning about where she's going to hide to eat her snacks and what she's going to do with the wrapper so that her boyfriend doesn't find them and call her out on cheating. Mm-hmm. Have you changed? Are you still planning that kind of thing?
No, I'm going to try to do it fair and square, and I actually ate my last bit of car snacks yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I did.
So now there are no more car snacks?
There are no more car snacks.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been the first time she had to hide wrappers from her boyfriend.
Boom.
Get in the closet. Get in the closet.
Come on. Get in there. No, that's not nice.
I like Henry here who said, I'm like Alexis in that I like to eat, and I too struggle with self-control.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I do. I struggle with
right.
self-control. No, he's right.
All right.
You're right, Henry.
All right. How are you like Alexis? Kenzie said, because we be blazing.
Yo. Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. So I was thinking we were going to get some sort of profound answers. Like, I envy the relationship she has with her mom, but no. We be blazing.
Hey, it's 420 every day.
You smoking weed?
And then this lady said, I'm 4'8", short like Alexis. Happy birthday, Lynn!
Like she's going to sneak it in.
Who's Lynn?
Yeah.
Come on now. They took their opportunity to give a birthday shout out, and it just got on the radio.
That'd be something I would do, though, so that's kind of like me.
Yeah.
Lauren says, I know exactly how she feels every time I get my lashes done. # lash life.
Oh, Lauren, I can't wait till Friday. That's when I'm getting my lashes done because your girl's struggling right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Yeah. You got that naked mole rat look going.
Yeah, it's starting to come through.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it on Friday because the next day she comes in and she's just like guns blazing and she's mean and she's
nobody likes that.
You know? But Patricia has sort of the answer I think I was looking for. She said, being an empath, I absolutely agree that other people's energy can impact you. Not only your mood, but it can feel like your entire soul is drained.
Yep.
Keeping good company is vital.
It's very true.
That's the kind of answer I was expecting from this.
Being an empath is a hard job.
Is it
Let me
hard?
tell you. Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know what an empath was. That means like you're respective of the vibe. You're respectful of the
you
vibes.
take on people's energy. You can come into a room and you can feel the energy from the other people. You can feel other people's emotion.
Yeah,
Really?
everybody has that.
Really?
Yeah, if you walk into a room and there are two people in the room and they've been arguing, fighting with each other, and then you walk in, you feel that heaviness, and you're like, oh, it's awkward in here, that kind of thing. So everybody must be an empathologist.
It's not special.
No.
Actually, it is, but
No,
we'll
it's
get
not.
into that. In a minute.
Everybody can do it. Somebody's in
Scientifically
a bad...
proven, it's only about 3 or 4% of the population. It's highly sensitive.
Okay, well then how do all of
But-
these self-help books say surround yourself with positive people?
Yeah.
So it affects everybody if you're around negative people all the time.
Yeah, but that's not what an empath is someone that I can go to one person and I can feel that they're sad for whatever reason. I can tell if they're a good person or a bad person.
Oh, you mean like a psychic?
No, not like a psychic. You just
like
feel
a
it.
psychic. Okay. All right.
Nothing like
Nothing like that. No, he's just trying to pop someone's bubble, dude.
Yeah.
That's all he's
'Cause
trying to do. He always trying to pop
Always,
your bubble.
Because your bubbles is like Chinese spy balloons. They got to come down.
No, they don't.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
One time, many years ago, Ace and I were on an affiliate visit trip, and we had flown into Birmingham, Alabama. Now, we flew from Charlotte, North Carolina, to Birmingham, Alabama, and we both had carry-on bags, and boarded the plane from Charlotte, flew to Birmingham, no problem. We were there for one night, less than 24 hours, to do an appearance. We got back to the airport in Birmingham the next morning, and we were ready to fly away. Fly. Ready to fly away. And the lady at the ticket counter this time in the Birmingham airport said, you're going to have to check that bag, sir. And I said, well, they let me have it as a carry-on on the way here. And she goes, well, that's too big. And that bin was standing there where you measure the bag to see how big it is. And it fit completely down there. I said, see, look, it fits into the thing. And she goes, okay, well, I'm going to allow it. But if they tell you at the gate to check it, then you better do it. Don't argue with them. They'll have you arrested. And I really wasn't being, I will go to my grave saying I wasn't being the slightest bit rude or snarky or anything. I was super nice. So there's a lady who is a reporter for the Salt Lake City, some paper in Salt Lake City. And she was flying from D.C. to Denver, and the person at the ticket counter for Frontier Airlines told her that her bag that she was trying to carry on was too big, wasn't going to work, and they were going to have to charge her she was going to have to check it and get charged. She did the same thing. Other people, she said, were doing the same thing, and they were getting charged. And then she said it was $100 to have to put her bag in the checked luggage. That was her personal items. It was her personal item bag.
$100?
Yeah. And come to find out, she said that Frontier Airlines gets bonused on the bags that they make you check. $10, a $10 bonus is what she's claiming. So if they say your bag's too heavy or your bag's too big, you're going to have to check it. Then the fee for that bag, they get a commission from.
So they charge you $100. Mm-hmm. The airline keeps $90. The attendant gets $10.
Uh-huh.
So if they can get 10 people in a day, they're making an extra $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even seem legal.
What?
And
very wrong.
This article says a spokesperson for the airline told The Independent that the bonus is, quote, simply an incentive for our airport customer service agents to help ensure compliance with our policies and that all customers are treated equally. So I don't know whether other airlines have that bonus structure or not, but this story has gone nationwide and people are really checking into things. You go, okay, so my bag wasn't too big, but you made me check it and it cost me $100, which I thought that's expensive for a check bag anyway. Regular check, expensive. You can check a 45-pound bag for, what does it cost now?
$50 or something.
Is that much? It was 35. 35.
Or 35.
For just a regular piece of luggage that gets checked, they charge you that. I don't know though. I don't know anything about Frontier Airlines.
I don't either.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one that's it's a Midwest airline going to Chicago and whatnot?
But that
also
how
it started.
That could be one of those where your plane ticket's like $112. But by the time you pay for the seat that you want and your airline, your luggage and all that, you end up paying $300 for the seat, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be part of the deal. Your luggage is going to be much more expensive.
Yeah.
Because you got a super cheap seat.
Yeah, but what she's trying to put in this bag here, it shows in the picture, is like a purse. The purse is too big, lady.
Too big, ma'am.
Yeah. That's $100. Just go ahead and peel me off 10 while you're at it.
That's crazy.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There's so many amazing things happening this week. Time to get excited. Now trending coming up next.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes. You're watching morning radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ's Ace TJ 5G.
This new edition of TJ and Jody's House podcast is going to be happening today at 11 Eastern, 10 Central on our YouTube page. That will be live at acetj.tv or on YouTube with Ace TJ TV. And after that, you can download it however you want, watch it, listen to it, get it. Sponsored by Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Bedroom furniture, living room furniture, accessories, it's all there, and you're going to love those people. Go to acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams.
So we're in daylight saving time, which started yesterday. So the sun now sets an hour later. I saw this yesterday and looked it up again this morning to make sure it was right. Crime goes down during daylight saving time. A study a few years ago found crime rates drop about 7% during daylight saving time. A home security system company just looked at property crime rates, specifically between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. These are crimes that tend to be less common when the sun sets later in the day. Robberies and muggings are down. Stolen cars are down. Theft of car parts like catalytic converters, all down. Thefts from buildings, property damage, and people breaking into cars, all down. Just because it's daylight saving time. So why don't we just stay with it all the time?
I think that's the plan.
I know they're trying to pass that. The House has passed a bill that still needs to be approved by the Senate that would keep us in daylight saving time year round.
But then all those crimes would just happen an hour later. So they're just...
No, their survey shows that crime is down 7%.
Yeah, but isn't it just because there's light, but as soon as it gets dark, they're back to their shenanigans?
That's true.
No, that's not true. They're saying crime rates drop 7% during daylight saving time.
But I mean,
until an hour later.
Yeah, until an hour later.
But they'll have to adjust. The criminals will adjust, and they'll just say, "All right, well, we got to be out here criming now, whether it's dark or light,
I guess
whatever.
so.
You know, criminals going criminal."
Yeah. What if we stop the moon, though? You know.
Then we're talking.
Now,
okay.
Get rid of crime totally. Just stop the
exactly,
moon.
Exactly. So do that. How do we do that?
I don't know.
This is a real think tank we've got going here.
Well,
how do we darken the moon?
Let's just stop the moon and we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Easy
The world
peasy
will be a
lemon
better place.
squeezy.
It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. Everybody debating over.
I kinda like the
we want
switch. It's kinda
standard
fun
time to
sometimes.
save, or do we want daylight saving time? It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm a happy man either way.
Either way,
you know
TJ's
me.
always happy.
You know me.
Ace TJ 5G.
I'm jealous.
Of what?
My daughter was driving back from Nashville yesterday. She's been there visiting her friends and all. And there's a new Buc-ee's on that route. She stopped at Buc-ee's. And who is Buc-ee? That's going to end up having to just be a day trip.
Just to go see it?
Yeah, the closest one to us is Florence, South Carolina. So I might leave right after Now Trending. Just get on the road and go.
I'll go with you.
It is apparently the place to be these days.
My dad said it was the best brisket sandwich he's ever had.
Yeah.
At the gas station.
It's not a gas station.
It's a way.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, so everybody's kind of keeping an eye on the Silicon Valley Bank, which I wish I had the information to accurately tell you the story. I just know it's a big bank, and they were looking for buyers for it, and they couldn't find the buyers. So a lot of people were pulling, I guess, take over handling of the business. I'm not really sure. I just know it's a bad deal for the bank.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad I didn't get that vaccine.
It's a bad deal for the people who had their money in the bank.
Yeah, because they only insure up to $250,000. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of money, it's not insured, I guess. So, but people are saying this could set off problems at Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Well, I don't know, but it is trending right now. I'm sorry, I don't have the right information to share. It gets very confusing when you start talking about banking and things like that. But something I am capable of telling you about is Ted Lasso season 3, episode 1 begins airing on March 15th. So they're going to do one episode a week.
Oh, it is going to be one a week?
I think so. It's on Apple TV, so you can watch that. It's certainly my favorite show on Apple TV, but the only reason I would keep the subscription going for that streaming service.
Yeah, it's the only reason we have it.
How many episodes do you know?
I think they've done 8 or 10 in previous seasons, so I would imagine it's probably on par with that.
He has said this is the end of Ted Lasso, but they do have an opportunity for 2 spinoffs, whether they do them both.
Really, a spinoff?
Yeah, and I didn't know this. I learned something over the weekend. Did you know that the guy that plays Roy on Ted Lasso was one of the writers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that he was one of the writers, and that he said the whole time they were writing, he was like, I'm Roy. But nobody would believe him because they think he's such a nice guy. So he filmed 5 scenes as Roy, emailed it out to everybody, and said, if y'all don't like this, just pretend it never happened.
Oh, really?
And they called him the next morning. He got a phone call that said, you're Roy, you're in, done.
Yeah, and he's been in a lot of Ricky Gervais things that I've watched through the years. He's a well-known British actor.
Yeah, I'd never even seen him before Ted Lasso.
Yeah, me either.
He's a great actor in that show.
Of course, I don't watch a lot of British TV.
Yeah.
12 episodes this season.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you,
really?
Rob.
Okay. And then Mick Jagger was out over the weekend taking in a soccer match, whatever they call them, soccer match? Football match with his son, and he looked like he was having a good time. He's 79 years old, but a lot of people are pointing out his unique hat. If you can see his hat,
Gross.
It says, this is DILF.
That's something Ace would wear.
That is not anything I would ever wear. I would never wear that hat out.
But he looks older than 79 to me.
My wife bought me a glass that says that on it that I got this weekend as a
Point
gift.
proven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going anywhere with the glass.
You about to put it all over social media.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. You just
I
like,
would
look
never.
what I got.
Okay, I've got one thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
didn't get
I'm
it
like,
fast. That was pretty fast.
please.
I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
but
She
you're gonna
gave
be
it to
drinking
me.
out of it.
I would never.
Yeah.
You will never see me in public wearing a hat that says
Okay.
DILF on it.
If she bought you the hat, you'd feel bad if you didn't wear it.
I might wear it around the house. I'm not wearing it out in public. I'm not wearing a T-shirt that says DILF on
You've
it.
said a lot of things like that about things that you wouldn't do in the past year, and yet you're doing all those things.
You won't see me out there with a cup. You won't see
You
me
will
with
not
my
see me going
glass
to a
out.
baby moon.
Let me write down the day and what
Yeah.
you said.
You will not see me do a baby push.
I'm not wearing a DILF hat anywhere.
Okay. That's exact. Okay.
I'm writing down the date and I'm marking
please.
The date, write down the time. I mean, it might be 9 o'clock and he'll be in the
Y'all better stop.
That reminds me of when that woman told me she was a strict vegan, but she does eat salmon. But I do eat salmon.
I didn't buy it for myself.
So maybe he didn't buy it for himself either.
But he made the decision to wear it out in public to a soccer match. Come on. I'm not going to wear a hat that says DILF out to a soccer match or any other match.
Okay.
I wouldn't even wear it to the wrestling.
And that's how you know.
Exactly, Rob. That's how you know.
I won't wear it anywhere.
That's
okay?
right.
It's not even fit for the wrestling.
Amen to
Wow. That was eye-opening.
Yep.
What little thing causes you a great deal of stress? That is going to be something we will be talking about coming up next.
From the Calotrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show. Find out more about Calotrin at acetj.com/weight loss. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Ace TJ 5G.
If you're looking for pet care in Lake Norman, Concord, Mooresville, Davidson, Huntersville, or Charlotte, you have to check out Fetch Pet Care. They are here to give you pet peace of mind. They offer dog walking, pet sitting, pet transport, and you can also book to meet the sitters before actually booking them, so you can make sure that your dog loves them and they love your dog. So cute. Go to acetj.com/fetch for more information, or you can also call them at 704-493-1959. Again, that's acetj.com/fetch.
I talked to my mom over the weekend and I said, "What are you doing?" She was like, "I'm getting Easter basket stuff ready." She still does Easter baskets for me and my brothers and my nephews and my niece. And she will ship an Easter basket like no problem. She just dumps all the stuff into a bag, puts them in boxes, sends it on their way. So they don't actually get the basket. They'll just get bags
They
of
get the
stuff.
contents of the basket.
Exactly. But I still get my Easter basket at 35, and she has it all prepared, complete with fake grass and the eggs, and then there's always usually one plastic egg in the mix that you can open up, and there will be a check, which is always nice. So she does really good Easter baskets, and I'm looking forward to it. But I hope these candies don't make it in my Easter basket this year. A new Reese's cup and a new Hershey bar. But this one's different because this is a Reese's cup that's plant-based.
Plant-based?
Just what the world was wanting.
Plant-based Reese's cups. Yum.
Is that trying to reach the vegan community? Is that what that is?
Whoever likes
the
plant-based stuff, I guess they're in the mix. Or if you're just a total turd.
Why do we need that?
You're not vegan, but you want a plant-based Reese's cup, and you identify as a turd. You might like this. So, what?
I bet it tastes gross like grass.
It's got to taste gross. It says it's made of oat chocolate confection, or it's an oat chocolate.
That stuff's
Well, what's confection?
A confection, like a treat.
Oh, just like a treat, like a sweet.
Yeah. The Hershey's bar also describes itself as an oat chocolate confection, extra creamy, and it's got almonds and sea salt in it. So I don't mind the Hershey bar with the almonds, and I think that's pretty good. But I don't know about an oat milk based chocolate bar. I'm just not looking for this. I'm looking for a 1 pound Reese's bunny. And be done with it.
Ace TJ 5G. This is Ace TJ TV. The Ace and TJ Show will be right back.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
A mortgage.
So picture yourself, you're out getting some peace and calm in your life. You're at a community park doing a free yoga class outside. You're namasteing all over the place. You're mindful. You're breathing properly. Your child's pose and downward dog and all them other ones. And all of a sudden, something smacks you in the head. It feels like somebody just hit you with a hammer. You look up, and it is an iguana that has fallen out of the tree onto you. Now you got to go to hospital. This guy was doing the yoga out in the park. And an iguana fell out of the tree onto him in Miami.
Because it's cold?
I don't know. It's just that those things, if you are at a restaurant and you're eating outside, and it's not in the middle of the city area, like of Miami, or what's the neighboring to Miami?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Because we were in Fort Lauderdale one time. We were sitting outside at a little place eating burgers in a little hippie-looking place. And the next thing I know, my little friend Jenny just starts screaming, "Blank that, blank that, blank that," and then running away. Because an iguana had just jumped up on the little fence right beside her where she was sitting in the booth.
Trying to take y'all's food?
No, just walking.
Oh,
like they'll just
no.
jump up on things to get, because they pretty much have the run of the place.
So the guy ended up having to go to the hospital?
Yeah, he was hurt. He's all right. It says he'll be okay. But yeah, those things are heavy.
I looked it up. The average weight of an adult male iguana is 8.8 pounds. So it's like having a 10-pound weight dropped on your head out of a tree.
Yeah, they're huge. But no, Alexis, I don't think iguanas are cheeseburger. They're not the Hamburglar.
Bro, you
trying to
better-
steal food.
You trying to take your food?
I punched that iguana. You know about to take my tacos.
That's what she was worried about. And you tried to steal your food?
Yeah, like what?
I know he didn't try to steal her food.
Square up.
Iguana. I saw for a real iguana. That's fighting.
You better watch out, iguana.
Yeah. We're not doing that around here.
Ain't trying to take your food.
Trying to take your food?
Just like
I'm a peaceful person, but I will kill an iguana.
I'll choke it out.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
If you want to sleep better and lose weight, then the product that you need is called Calitrin, or you can pronounce it Calitrin. Very easy for you to get. Just go to acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean.
I'm going to try.
Don't do it,
very
girl.
last day.
Yeah, you keep working on that dream, girl. Don't give up.
So why we got 2 days in a row of no hat and curls?
Because my curls be looking good for the last 24 hours, so I thought I would give you guys another day of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel so honored that we got some good
You guys
looking
can see
curls 2
my
days in a
face,
row.
my full face.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So all weekend you'll be wearing a hat, though, making up for it.
Yep.
I got my curls on fleek today, as the kids say.
Mm-hmm.
They popping.
They are popping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wear them.
Well, it started out wet yesterday, but then it got dry, didn't it? Wasn't it
It was
real wet?
it was a low wet when I came in. Yeah.
But
Just a
man,
little
once
bit.
it dries, it's like it's like plugging in a yeah, plugging in this neon sign, so it's glowing.
When you so like, I just because I don't know how this works, I'm not being critical. I'm just asking. When you wake up, you're like, okay, curls are popping today. Do you do anything to it then to try to formulate something or get a shape to it, or you just kind of go with it, let the wind do what it wants to do?
Just spray a little water and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sometimes it can be wild, sometimes it can be tame, sometimes it's moving, sometimes it's not. Okay.
It goes with how my personality is going to be for the day.
Do you let the wind style it?
I'm just asking how you
Give
go
it some
about
type
doing
of shape?
it. Yeah. Because sometimes it looks kind of wild and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know if there's a look you're going for or you're just letting it happen. I don't know.
How do I say this? How do I say this?
That's not what I was going for. I meant her in particular, not all Hispanic ladies.
Your Latino hair.
Let's do Now Trending with Rick.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
Is it the wind?
Is it when you're stylist?
Well, okay, you want to be honest with
Is
you?
it the desert wind?
Wait, hang on. I'll be honest with
From
you.
home country?
No, here's why. Because sometimes it just looks like it's just crazy, and I don't know is she putting any effort into it or not. That was the basis of my question.
Well, that's even better.
It's not.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do
crazy
with-
hair. What do you?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's all right, let me say this some way you'll understand. It's loco.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. Mornings just got way better. You can now watch the Ace and TJ show live, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and wake up with us every morning. This is Ace TJ TV.
Wait a minute. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Alexis is on a fitness journey. Was that fair to say?
Yeah.
You're a fitness journey. You're eating healthy and exercising. Do you feel good?
Yeah.
You feel a lot better?
I'm so hungry. I'm starving every day, but it's okay.
I feel good, but I am starving.
Yeah. I'm being teased by the world.
Yeah. The idea of healthy eating makes people feel motivated for the most part, 46%. But 29% say just the idea of healthy eating stresses them out. Yeah. The very idea of it. Is that fair?
It's very fair.
Why? What is it? What's so stressful about the idea of it?
Because food is so comforting, and I think that there's an emotional attachment to food.
Certainly.
And so thinking about not being able to comfort yourself by eating a delicious cheesy cheeseburger is very stressful.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry.
I can tell. It sounds like you're on the verge of breaking out right here.
The fact that I can't just go and pick up a nice piece of fried chicken when I want, and I can't do it, it really stresses me out.
Yeah.
So.
You seem.
And I have to eat broccoli. Like, I don't.
That's good. No, I think it's true. We form emotional attachments to food. A lot of us, some stronger than others, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain level of comfort in eating what you want to eat. But maybe you've got something like that in your own life. A mundane activity like healthy eating that causes an enormous amount of stress.
Everybody under 40 gets stressed out over everything.
Like talking to a person in public?
Yeah.
That was one of my examples, talking to a coworker outside of work. In maybe the grocery store.
When you just saw each other 5 minutes before.
Yeah, and then you find out months later that he was actively avoiding me.
And has avoided you in the past before when he saw you at the store?
Almost like that. But what is it? A mundane thing causes an enormous amount of stress. You can't really explain why, but we're going to find out. Ace and TJ's Simple Stress at the Ace TJ Show on social media. We'll get yours coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes. You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
If you are looking for something really fun to do, here's what you do. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. There's so many great things there to do, but scroll down a little bit farther and you'll find out all about the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. It's something they've got that is 7 different breweries, vineyards, distilleries throughout Gaston County, and they're all fantastic. Each very different, each very unique. So whatever mood you're in, you're going to find at least one place, probably more than one, that's perfect for you. A great way to set up a Saturday afternoon with friends or a very relaxing weekend away with somebody that you care about, perhaps your significant other. If you're looking to have a good time, perfect. They have something for everybody on the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. You can't beat it. And there's so many other things to do in Gaston County as well, especially this time of year. As the weather begins to warm up and everything, it's perfect. It's a great time to find out about all the great stuff they have in Gaston County. acetj.com/Gaston. acetj.com/Gaston.
The word hero gets thrown around all the time. And, most of the time you could dissect the situation and say, yeah, that would be a hero. But this one, there is absolutely no doubt. There is no argument as to whether or not this dad is a hero. He and his family live in Australia, and he has a small daughter named, Alba. That's his daughter's name. Well, he looks up and he sees that one of the most venomous snakes in the world is right close to Alba, about to strike. So he grabs Alba, pushes her out of the way, jumps in front of the snake, and the eastern brown snake bites him. Now, that is heroic, but people say, well, that's what he's supposed to do. But people who do heroic things in the military or for the police, that's technically what they're supposed to do, but you still give them, awards for going above and beyond the call of duty to put themselves in harm's way to save others. But I think he made it to the hospital and they saved him. But that's not a guarantee whenever you get bitten by one of those Australian brown snakes. They are probably, I think, one of the top 3 most venomous snakes in the world, if not the most venomous.
Did it say where it bit him?
On his foot, I think.
Okay, because I would be curious to know if he suffered any damage.
Yeah, he's got his leg all wrapped up in the hospital here.
So apparently, but they did apparently save all of the leg and no long-term damage.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Would you do that if the snake was about to bite your cat, Alexis?
You see, the way I'm set up, I don't really like snakes. So, and I never claimed to be a brave person.
Riggins, would you do it to save Riley, your dog? You would?
Oh, I don't know.
Take D-Rob, would you do it to save your dog?
Nope.
Yeah, we do the answer to that.
What about, would you even walk into a room where the snake was in a container that he couldn't get out if it's the most venomous snake in the world like that?
Oh, yeah, I would do that.
You would?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, Rob, you wouldn't?
Nope.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
If you're still an influencer, you're living on borrowed time, because now there is something called, and I think this is really sad, and it just says a lot about who we've become as people. Now, the hot thing is to not be an influencer, it's to be a de-influencer. The de-influencer tells you about products you should not buy, things you should not be involved in.
And it's just so expensive. Like, this is insane. It's so expensive. This one's easy. The Ugg boots. Don't buy them. They're going to be out of fashion just as quickly as they came into fashion.
So her whole thing is to tell you what thing don't buy fragrances. Here's why you shouldn't buy these particular items. There was this one. There's somebody who's a de-influencer about fast food. What is so funny, TJ?
A de-influencer.
He's so dumb.
Oh, now I got it.
She out here influencing D's. Look at her. Look, what's her name? What does she do? Oh, she's a de-influencer.
She's a de-influencer. I guess it all depends on how you say it. But isn't there something sad about that? That rather than the de-influencer. My point is that's becoming the hot thing now. Yes, is to be somebody who tells people what, like, don't do this, don't do that. This product sucks. That's terrible. Here's why you shouldn't buy this product. Yeah. There's something mean about that, and I don't know. I don't want to be a de-influencer.
Too late.
Some people can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. Some people can't.
You didn't even know you were a de-influencer.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I done got hot.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Make sure you watch the show on YouTube or at acetj.tv. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the little notification bell so you never miss new content when it gets posted. We've got new podcasts going up every single day. The entire show with limited commercials. So much stuff over there. acetj.tv. Go check it out. We're talking about the little mundane thing that causes you a great deal of stress. There's a new study out that said healthy eating causes 30% of people to stress out. And TJ's made the point that everybody under 40 is just, what was it?
Yeah, everybody under 40 is constantly stressed out and has anxiety.
Is it undeserved stress? I mean, like, you don't think it's stressful, or?
No, they're really stressed.
They really are stressed.
Yeah.
Do you think it's over little things, or?
Yeah, over every little thing, yeah.
Okay. That's
and it's because they've been conditioned to be that way.
Right.
In the culture. Everything's a disaster, and everybody's going to die around every corner, and we're in a constant state of crisis. Everything from the weather to what you're eating to, a virus that you got to stay in your house locked away from. Yeah, so everybody's stressed.
Scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Becky understands that. She said balloons. The fact that they can just pop at any second freaks me out. They don't hurt you. I'm just terrified waiting for that thing to pop.
Yeah, it's anxiety.
Yeah, real anxiety. Christina said, opening a bottle of champagne, I just know that cork is going to fly out of my hand and get me in the eye somehow.
I've seen it in videos. It happens.
Yeah, tell me about it. Kathy said, ordering for my family of 5 in the drive-thru is what stresses me out. Now, I've never had to do that.
Yeah, you got to go
to
to
a lot
that
of people.
plan.
This one, I need a Sprite with this Happy Meal, but plain cheeseburger, and that one, I could see how that could be a little stressful.
When I worked for the escape room and I would go to lunch, I would just avoid everybody so I didn't have to take their orders with me. I would just leave and go get food.
Oh, interesting.
So I didn't have to get their orders and be concerned
That's
about
just
it.
rude, Rob. You're writing it down. You've got it in front of you. How hard would it be?
That's what I was going to say. It's a lot easier when the people that you're taking the orders for have given you the order ahead of time and they're not in the car with you.
Yeah.
It's like when you pull up to the window, to the speaker, and everybody in the car has an order. I always tell them, hey, get close to where the speaker can hear you. Everybody's going to say their order.
Yeah, Lewis said that exact same thing. He said ordering at the drive-thru with someone else in the car.
Yeah.
Or if you're the passenger in somebody else's car and you have to order at the drive-thru, it can be a little stressful.
But if you're the only person and it's all written down, it's not difficult at all.
That's too many orders.
Yeah,
and then if it's wrong, you're the one that got it wrong because, I mean, that's just, I don't want to deal with it.
See what I mean?
He won't even talk to me in the dang grocery store. He's avoiding me.
He need to go to the hospital, at least for a day or so.
He been needing to go to the hospital.
Of course, Alexis would say that.
There's a lady that said, Nicole said, grocery shopping. I don't want to do grocery shopping when there's a lot of people because sometimes I forget to get some things on my list because I'm in such a hurry to get out of there because I don't like the people.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, what?
Yep, that makes
You've got a
sense.
list. That's life, man. What are you talking about?
Well, then just go, I'm going somewhere else. I'm out. I'm leaving the cart and I'm going. I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving the cart.
And Matthew said, thing that brings me a lot of stress, the simple thing, walking into a bank alone. I have no idea why it bothers me. It just always has. That's an intimidating place, I guess.
It's a good answer, though.
A little freaked out. And I've got one more complaint. Rob ignored me in the grocery store one day, and then he made another revelation a few weeks ago about how he's actively avoided me. So I have a follow-up question about that. We'll get to it in just a second.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. 5G.
So on Saturday, TJ and his wife, Jody, right?
Yes.
Jody. And Michael and Jenny, their friends, went over to Lenore, North Carolina for Small Town Adventures, which they're going to cover in great detail during their podcast, TJ and Jody's House, which airs later today. But Alexis, I'm curious if you could follow along on social media at the Ace TJ Show to see where they go. They go to different restaurants, go check out landmarks and things like that. In one of the videos that was posted, TJ did something that I never thought I would see him do in my lifetime. Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, what did he do?
TJ jaywalked. Yeah, he broke the law.
No.
He broke the law on video.
Stop.
And he put up a little fight, but the rest of his group crossed in the middle of the street, and he goes, "You're going to get me in trouble." And I was sure he would end up walking down to the side, down to the crosswalk and make that crossing. But he didn't. He broke the law, put it on video.
Because of peer pressure, really?
No, mainly because I was worried about getting the video done of the next place we were going to, and they would have. I mean, the crosswalk was way down the sidewalk, and I wouldn't have made it to get the whole thing in there. But yeah, I'm ashamed, and the whole lot of us should have been ticketed.
Yeah, and now it's in the internet, and it's never going away.
It certainly is in the internet.
It's in, on, all over.
And guess what needs to happen now?
You need to go to penitentiary.
I do.
That's right.
I need to go to penitentiary.
Gotta go to penitentiary.
In the hospital on your way to penitentiary. Something must be wrong with your head. You just broke the law.
You got bullied, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't. They don't bully me.
Wow,
they try, but I don't do.
They do try.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought I'd see that happen. I mean,
no, me either.
Things are changing.
No, they're not. That's that
They
one
are.
slip. Everybody's allowed a mistake.
No, they're not. Not according to you.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I've never said that.
Time to go to penitentiary. I'll take you.
Yeah, let's go.
Hop in the car.
I'm calling my cop friends.
But I will say,
You ain't got no cop.
and TJ sends me all the videos, but Jody's getting a little more confident because she sends me videos now. But the problem is, TJ, they'll go to like a Mexican place, and then there'll be 2 stops later, and then I'll get a video from Jody. Here's TJ trying tamales. I'm like, well, we're 3 videos past that now. I can't do anything with TJ trying tamales. I can't do anything.
Ace TJ 5G.
So I don't want to belabor the point at all, but everybody knows that a few months ago I was in the grocery store after work on a Friday, and I saw Tech D Rob in the aisle, and I said, "Hey Rob, how you doing?" We met in the dairy section, I think it was. And we're talking very briefly. I was like, "So what are you going to do today?" And he's like, he tells me, and then he just walks away. Just like that, without no goodbye, no nothing. And I thought that was weird. And then I found out, he did it on purpose. He told us, yeah, I don't like talking to people outside of the show, which is fine. But then I chased him down because I was at the cash register at about the same time. I chased him down outside just to get one more word because I was like, he's avoiding me, clearly. But then a few weeks ago, during one of our live shows, he goes, "No, I actually saw Riggins before we talked, and I was trying to avoid him."
No.
Mm-hmm. And that part is that one's a bitter pill to swallow because I get it, like you don't want to talk, but the fact that you avoided me, and here's my question. Because you don't like to talk outside of the show, do I strike you as a person?
Here we go.
That's gonna talk your ear off. That's gonna hold you back from doing what you want to do.
No.
Okay.
Let me put it in a way that I think will make you feel better about this.
Okay.
If I see anybody that I recognize anywhere, I avoid them.
Have you avoided the rest of us at some point somewhere?
I don't think I've seen you guys out somewhere
Yeah,
like
you better
that.
not avoid me. I'll punch you in the face.
Okay, well, I'm not going to punch Rob in the face, but you get where I'm coming from. Like, we're friends.
Right, we talk all the time.
I would consider Rob my friend.
You text me cat videos all the time, and then you're going to ignore me in public?
I would, yes.
Yeah. But I get how it would be awkward if you just saw each other, and then you were going to run into each other again 5 seconds later in the same place that you would want to say, "We already said
you
goodbye."
make a funny joke
whatever.
like, "Ha long time no see."
Yeah,
Oh.
I go back to that day we left here. I left here and drove down to the little store. And as I was going in the store, Alexis was coming out.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, hi," and we laughed about it. And then what would she have done if she was Rob? She would have seen me coming through the window and like hid behind the wine rack and then waited until I came in and slipped out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just never want to be accused of being somebody who's like, "Oh God, that guy doesn't shut up." Because that's a big complaint with me. I find people and I go, "God, they just don't stop talking." So I was just making sure that you don't see me as one of those guys.
No, certainly not.
Okay. All right, then it's fine. Yeah, you can ignore me all you want.
And I will.
And just for the record, that day I had a bunch of groceries. Rob had one thing. It was a container of pepperoni dip.
And it was
I don't even know what that is.
Pepperoni dip.
Was it gross?
Yeah, but I had to try it.
All you bought was pepperoni dip, Rob?
Well, that's all I had in my hand at the time. I was waiting for my sandwich to be finished.
So what did you dip in it? A spoon?
No,
Sandwich.
like tortilla chips or something.
Pepperoni.
It sounds delicious, but yeah, he said it was gross. Well, now I just want to force him.
You force your love on him.
I'm gonna make him love me.
I just won't stop anywhere around here.
Why don't we just set up a booth and have Rob greet people?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Live from the Calitrin Studios. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. More of the Ace and TJ Show next.
Unfiltered, uncensored, and uninterrupted. Well, almost. Right here. Let's go! This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
We are loaded with great materials for today's edition of Share Funny. First of all, we have an update. You remember last week we talked about the threesome that was going on, and then something happened, and two of the people assaulted one woman in the group, and then went outside and threw a cinder block through her back window, and then two people got arrested. All right. We said, wonder what caused all of that. What could be going on in that type of situation where everybody's having so much fun that would cause a snap of that much anger? Well, we do have the details of that story and then something else to add to it. So, according to the arrest reports, the threesome occurred early last Monday at a residence in Marathon in the Florida Keys. The home occupants are Stephen Lopez, 31, and Angela Vasquez, 20. They told the police that they're in an open relationship and had invited Della Draper, 29, over to, quote, have sexual intercourse. All right.
Would you like to come over and have sexual intercourse?
Very formal. You got to RSVP, I guess. Lopez said that he met Draper while driving for a taxi service and gave her his Facebook information. Lopez and Vasquez told the cops that while the trio was making the relations, that Draper became, quote, extremely disrespectful, prompting the couple to request that she leave the residence. According to Draper, she became upset when Lopez and Vasquez, quote, tried to dominate her sexually inside the house. Draper also told the police that she told Stephen, the guy, that he had a quote-unquote Lil D and that his wife had a quote-unquote stank blank.
Ew.
That's in the arrest report.
Yes.
Yeah, so she said, I told him, you have a Lil D and you have a stank, whatever, and that's what upset him. That's when the physical confrontation ensued. She said they assaulted her and then threw the cinder block through the back window of her Nissan Altima. They said that they were trying to get her to leave and she wouldn't, so they picked her up and gently placed her outside. She was sitting on the couch and they just picked her up and walked her outside.
They gently placed her outside.
And that she got in her car and was backing it at a fast pace toward them in the house. And that's when he picked up the cinder block and threw it at her car to keep them from getting run over and get her from driving through the house.
Was the cinder block in the house or outside?
I think it was just maybe on the porch or something out there. Yeah. And they are describing her as the would-be assailant, and they were, defending themselves.
Okay.
Now, Miss Draper is the mother of two, and she works as a housekeeper. She wasn't charged with anything about that incident last Monday. But she was arrested yesterday for felony aggravated battery for allegedly striking another sexual partner in his face with a glass vase, partially filled with gravel and rocks. The alleged attack, let's see. No, this was from so it was early Wednesday. Came after what a witness described as a threesome in Draper's Grassy Key residence. So it was another threesome went awry. And according to this story, she picked up a vase that was filled with gravel and rocks. Obviously, a beautiful arrangement had been in that vase. and cracked the guy in the face with it.
So her last 2 threesomes have ended with her being arrested.
Oh no, she wasn't arrested in the first one.
Oh, okay.
The other two people were arrested.
Arrested, okay.
Yeah, she was arrested in this one.
She learned from the first one.
But can she just not have relations with one other person? It's got to always be, a group effort.
She had to give another shot. It went awry the first time.
I mean, as great as it sounds, stop having threesomes, lady.
Well, she's going to have to now. She went to penitentiary.
Damn.
Her complaint was that they wanted to dominate her sexually.
Yeah,
that's tough to pass.
But we don't know.
I'd like to dominate.
But
you
we don't know
sexually.
what upset her in the other one, though, right?
Mm-mm.
The one where she was arrested. We don't know what it was that made her mad in that one.
Yeah.
Man.
She was. I said she was on bond in connection with her arrest from last year. It doesn't say what happened during that one. But it says she's had a DUI, and she and a friend were arrested on a DUI count. They were being driven to the Key West jail, and they, quote, began engaging in romantic acts in the rear of the police cruiser, according to the court reports. Cops reported that Draper, whose hands were cuffed in front of her, was, quote, fondling and kissing her friend. An officer then stopped the car and handcuffed Draper with her hands behind her back. And Draper reportedly responded by pulling the rear of her bathing suit to the side and asking the officer, quote, do you want to see my blank hole? Do you want to see my blank hole?
It's awesome.
Oh, God. This is a troubled person here. This is a troubled soul.
That's the big new thing, I guess. I watched a part of an episode of On Patrol last night, what used to be Live PD or whatever. Yeah. And a cop in Daytona was talking to a lady because somebody on a motorcycle there was hit. Numerous instances of hit and run, all from the same bike. Like the guy would ride by and kick people off their bikes and just keep going and all this kind of stuff. And he's trying to have a conversation with this lady. And she knew the guy. She said, I don't know his name. And when she turns around, she's wearing a hat backwards. And her hat said, show me your butthole. And the cop goes, oh, nice hat.
Show me your butt.
And I think she said her T-shirt said something like, do MILFs not math or something. I forget, whatever it was. This was like, what is going on?
Well, it is Daytona Bike Week.
And he's asking her questions like, what's his first name? Give me his first name. She's like, I can't. I've just met him today. I can't think of it. And she's holding his phone. Like, it's in your phone. And she turns to her. She goes, I don't know. And she looks at her phone. That's when he saw you. Nice hat. I looked at her hat. And said, show me your butthole. She keeps telling him, I'm a business owner.
Oh, good.
What kind of business?
But this lady, though, she's just, bless her heart, she just can't win for losing, can she?
Mm-mm-mm.
She's just trying to see a threesome all the way through and just can't get it done.
Yeah, sex is tough for her.
Or threesome.
She's making it tough for herself.
No matter what she's doing, it's hard, man.
Man, handcuffed in a bikini in the back of the car.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Does it say how old she was? I'm just curious.
Yeah, she's 29.
Okay. Well, you got to get it all in before you turn 30. You got to
Mother of two.
Mother of two.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
That'll cost you your kids.
Yeah, it's one of those. Do they have a family member that would take them in?
It's not good.
Don't take my kids. Okay, well, doesn't seem like you're really concentrating on being a mother.
Yeah. I wonder if the thing did stink though. And like, did he have a small little thing, or was there just heated words?
Yeah, was she wrong?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
if I was a cop, I would ask that. Did she in fact have a stank?
They say that that things are only offensive if they're true.
Right.
You know. But I mean, he doesn't look like he would be, that would be an accurate description of him.
No.
Now the other woman in the threesome, I don't know, about that accusation.
Yeah, that's just
hard to tell from looks.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them for asking her to leave the residence.
Yeah.
And picking her up and gently sitting her out in the lawn.
I love that part too.
Yeah.
They gently escorted her.
I wonder how
picked
long
up the
they
single?
knew her before they invited her over. Yeah.
Do
I mean, I wonder how long they knew her. Did they meet her on some type of a?
No, they met because they met through the cab company. He met her while he was driving a cab, and then gave her Facebook information. She gave him her Facebook information.
They must really hit it off, and she ends up over there ready for a threesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That has never happened to me on Facebook.
He's 31. The other one is 29, but his partner, Angela Vasquez, is only 20.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder what the house looked like. The residence. Sorry. I wonder what the inside of the residence looked like.
I think the fact that there was a loose cinder block so close by gives you a little idea.
Yeah.
Probably not the best kept place in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They had their vases inside of the cinder block. Leave them alone.
Yeah, that was another place though. That was the next threesome that had the vase.
I'm sorry, it's hard to keep
filled with gravel.
Vase.
Yeah, she I think need to go to the penitentiary hospital.
Yeah, you want to live a wild life, you got to be prepared for some wild things to happen. And she was clearly trying to live a wild life with 2 kids at home or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And making out in the back seat with her friend on the way to the jail.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm not worried about anything. I'm not scared that I'm going to jail. Let's make out.
Yeah, this is the perfect spot.
No need to wait. Let's get after it.
You didn't do that when you got arrested, did you, Alex?
I did
There was
not.
nobody in there with you?
No.
In the back? But you did slip out of the handcuffs?
Yep. I sure did. It's like, you guys might need to kind of make these a little bit better.
Did they put them back on you after you slipped out of them and told them I got out of these? Or they just said, never mind, we're here?
No, they had to put him on to lead me into the jail.
Oh, yeah.
When they put them on, were they tighter?
I think so, yeah.
Did you take them off and go, are these supposed to stay on?
She's like, damn Harley Quinn.
I got out of these.
You're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have gotten out of them and then...
Ran.
Yeah.
I know, I thought about it.
Sure, you would have gotten a long way.
Share funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are 439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Somebody should get fired.
That's how the
how'd you
Titanic
miss that?
sank.
Yeah, that's how the Titanic sank?
Yeah, because they were supposed to be looking out for icebergs, and they
Oh.
were like, "Oh,
I thought you meant
icebergs."
an asteroid hit it.
Yeah,
I was like,
well,
what version did you see?
I was gonna let it
Just eat that meat and be proud about it.
Mm-hmm. Eat that meat. Be proud.
Yes.
It sounds like a dope head movie to me.
No. It's a very like brain type movie.
Oh,
What
a
now?
very like brain type movie.
Yeah.
Save that clip. It's like a very like brain type movie.
You know.
Yeah,
I get it.
that was that's an all-time classic, Alexis. Oh, right there.
Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace TJ TV. Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
There's this lady who says that there's one word that is going around now that people are using in supposed to be sexy situations, but that one word kills her libido. It actually is a, quote, total lady boner deflator, end
Ew.
quote.
What?
This is what she
Boner
says.
deflator?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to deflate my
like
boner
that.
quite like this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But she says she and this guy were fooling around like lusty teenagers, and he looked deeply into her eyes, and he says, quote, "Call me daddy." And she didn't want to do that, and he just awkwardly laughed and said, "I'm just joking." But
Never works.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You don't. You call me stepdad. That's better.
You should have seen
And
the
I
look on
don't
your
get
face.
that either. I don't get where that's a sexy thing. Calling somebody daddy in that context.
Yeah.
If you were asking him anyway to do that, that seems weird.
Call me daddy.
But I mean, even if I didn't ask that, it just. There should be nothing sexual about someone and that word. If in any instance. I don't see the sexiness in that, but evidently that's what the kids are into nowadays. The young people, they think that's sexy. Hey, don't you call me daddy?
It did it. It did it.
I don't like it.
I don't
I mean,
call him daddy.
But they don't ever ask anybody to call him brother.
Oh God,
Right.
Oh, call me brother.
I don't know. For some reason, that seems way worse to me.
Sister.
Or say uncle. Like call me uncle.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, why? If you're going to pick a family member to call them after a family member, I think daddy is about the worst.
Yeah.
And now it's so been hijacked. I mean, to hear the word daddy, it's like only sexual.
Uh-huh.
You know?
I know. Sick. Call me
kidding.
daddy.
I'm
Now,
just kidding.
if
Okay.
if a guy is in the throes with a woman and he calls her mother,
Ew.
Weird.
yeah, or
Very
mommy,
weird.
Mommy.
yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah, mommy.
oh, mommy, she's gonna be like, oh my God, he need to go to the hospital.
Mommy.
Hi,
I just don't think associating family titles with that is right.
It's not.
I don't see how people can do it.
Call me
Call me Pop
Gramps.
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Pop Pop.
Call
Oh
me
no.
Pop Pop.
Mm-hmm.
You better call me Nana, boy.
Oh no.
Come to Nana.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Who's your Mimo?
You're my Nemo forever and always.
Yeah, like I never understood that who's your daddy thing unless you're talking about if you're schooling on somebody in a competition or something. Like I'm your daddy because I'm way above you and I'm teaching you how to do it. But not in the throes asking that question.
No, that is weird. Call me daddy. Call me Tom Cruise. It's like, why? Just do it.
And the same with Poppy. You know, y'all use that in the Hispanic community as a sexy thing. Mm-hmm. But if Poppy means father or papa, then it's the same thing as, in American speaking words.
But then they also use it as
calling somebody daddy.
But they also use it in a cutesy way to call like your kids that, like if you had a son.
Which again,
it makes it even worse, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Don't keep us out of it. Y'all made it weird. This is just we've been doing it.
Okay. Do you call your boyfriend Poppy?
Not like being serious, like joking around and stuff. But his mom will say that to him.
Poppy.
Like, oh, Poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can just use it for anything?
Right. It's just a universal word.
Mommy
and
is
if
the
it's
same.
not, then they just say, well, that's because that's the way we do it.
Yeah, and what are you gonna say about it? No, it's not.
Yes.
I said, what are you gonna say about
calm
it? No,
down.
it's no.
Shit. I'll say it's stupid. I'll say it's stupid as hell. Come up with different words.
And I'm gonna be like racist.
Yeah.
Wow. Hate crime.
Yup. You say my words
Just
are
like
stupid.
aloha is aloha referring to everything in Hawaiian. Come up with some different words. Come on, you get the same word for too many things.
I like it like that. That way you don't have to know a lot of words.
Which is, usually the goal of a broadcaster.
I know as few words as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to be a broadcaster and have as limited a vocabulary as I can possibly have.
Can use that brain space for other things.
Like smoke.
Exactly.
But are there other words that would just completely, like she said, that one word kills her libido? I think somebody's telling me to call myself daddy or calling me daddy in that sense would do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything insulting would. I mean, fatty. She was like, "Come on, fatty." I'm like, "Bitch, are you kidding me?" I'm done. That hurt my feelings. Come on, you fat piece of shit. I'm, huh? I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything really.
It was somehow you could use the word oozing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That always sounds gross.
Yeah. I don't know. Take a lot.
Cousin.
What up, cuz?
Bro.
Come on.
I hate bro, which girls say all the time.
I say that all the time.
Come on, bro. Ooh.
I think if they called you by any other name,
I say bro.
that would be off-putting. Like, why are we using that name? Is this somebody you would rather be here with?
Like Mike.
This is weird. I'm gonna call you. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Mike. No, you're not. I don't know what's going on. That's weird to me.
But I wonder how many people I've offended by being so against and saying that it's weird to call someone daddy in the throes.
Guess one.
Who? Alexis?
Not me.
Oh.
We know someone else.
Do we?
Ace's not a daddy in that
Ace
context.
loves being called daddy.
Not
He
in
likes
that
zaddy.
context.
Never said that.
Not in that context.
He said he likes zaddy with a Z. It's
Oh, sorry. It's Zaddy.
Is that
different.
still a
It's
thing?
fine with me either way. I just don't ask for it.
The ladies just heap it on him. They keep calling him daddy.
Make no mistake about it. It just keeps happening.
I can't help what they call me.
That's right.
Picture Rob being a daddy guy.
He'd be like, call me daddy.
Yeah. Call me daddy.
You've always had some kind of weird fascination with Rob's sex life.
It's because he knows nothing about it and he hates it.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I don't. So if you guys can have boy talk because I don't want to hear that.
Bring daddy's blueberry wine, baby.
So, You think he's like putting on that whole Bane mask and the whole thing?
I mean, I don't know how deep it gets, but yeah, I think that the fact that he's so tight-lipped about it makes me believe that he's kind of wild. But
he will take a dungeon into the dragon and a dragon into the dungeon.
That's right.
Can you imagine the prep that would go into that? All that it takes just to sleep at night.
Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious. That's probably why he's up all night. It's got to be 50 degrees because it's getting hot.
Yeah. I try not to think about people who I really know.
I know you said that all the time, but it's the complete opposite for me. I think about y'all having sex all the time. I do. Mostly. No. Some more than others, but whatever.
Danielle said, watched on YouTube, said, once I had children, I started calling my husband Daddy. It helps teach the kids that his name is Daddy. Other times I just call him by name. Oh, well.
Well, yeah, that's not
Not the same
not
thing.
what we're talking about. We do the same thing with kids around, but calling him dad, like his requesting that you call him Daddy because it's sexy, making it seem like that you are sexually attracted to your father is not like just calling each other mom and dad around the kids.
Yeah.
You think to you, I'm Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy to you. And you're like, okay, bye.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. I mean, get the F out, you know? No way.
What about Cat Daddy? That's always a sexy one. Is that the same as just Daddy, Cat Daddy?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is my grandfather. But his name's Bill, but everybody calls him Cat Daddy, so you call him Cat Daddy.
That's fine. I'll call him Cat Daddy.
You'd rather call him Cat Daddy than Big Daddy?
Hell yeah.
Sounds better.
Yeah. I ain't calling nobody's grandfather Big Daddy. I never met the man.
Was he a big daddy?
No, he's a slight, frail, 90-year-old guy sitting in his chair like the patriarch of the family. I'm like, I don't give a shit who you are. I'm not calling you a Big Daddy. I'll knock you out of that chair before anything happens.
Yeah, then I may start going by Cat Daddy. Like when I become a grandfather or whatever, they can call me Cat Daddy.
Yeah.
That'd be your grandfather name?
Yeah.
Cat Daddy? Yeah.
Cat Daddy. You damn right, Cat Daddy.
Yeah. CD.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Daddy.
But yeah, my wife doesn't call me. She did. She called me Dad in front of the kids when they were little. You know, that same reason that his name's Dad or whatever. But after that, she barely even says my name in any context.
Really?
Other than I'll hear her on the phone say it, talking about me to somebody else.
Yeah. Just film it one day. Just turn your camera on your phone and then tell her she needs to start calling you Daddy all the time when the kids aren't around.
Mm-hmm.
See what kind of reaction that gets, because it's going to be great.
But I don't want to spoil the end for you, but I'm sure it wouldn't be nice.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers and Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's house.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Somebody should get fired.
That's how the
I mean, how'd you
Titanic
miss that?
sank.
Yeah, that's how the Titanic sank?
Yeah, because they were supposed to be looking out for icebergs, and they
Oh.
were like, "Oh,
I thought you meant
icebergs."
an asteroid hit it.
Yeah, I was
like,
well,
what
that's why-
version did you see?
I was gonna let it
Just eat that meat and be proud about it.
Mm-hmm. Eat that meat. Be proud.
Yes.
It sounds like a dopehead movie to me.
No. It's a very like brain type movie.
Oh,
What?
now?
A very like brain type movie.
Yeah.
Save that clip. It's like a very like brain type movie.
You know.
Yeah,
I get it.
that was that's an all-time classic, Alexis. Oh, right there.
Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace TJ TV.
Didn't tell him she was leaving. She skipped out on the date, and then texted him when she left. I paid the bill. You should have gotten the cheese. And then blocked him.
Yeah, she bragged about it on TikTok. I saw her TikTok yesterday.
And so then everybody on the TikTok started slamming her, saying that she was being a bee and the whole thing.
Yeah, that was rude. To just walk out because he didn't. Because what?
Because
he didn't get the cheese?
she thought it just said so much about him that he wouldn't pay $3 extra to pay for cheese on his burger. think that's the type of person that she just wouldn't want to waste her time with. Someone who's that cheap or whatever.
I would see it more as like you're eating a burger without cheese. I can't even deal with you. You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of the dollar amount, just because you would eat a burger without cheese. That's crazy.
Who does that?
But
yeah, what kind of freako are you getting no cheese?
But it wasn't like he was trying to get her to buy something cheaper because he was going to pay the bill.
Exactly, right.
Because his own thing, nah, yeah. And he made a comment or something about it, like, yeah, could you believe how much extra they charge for these things? But that was it. He didn't say, oh, there's highway robbery, and I can't believe I'm having to pay for this. And he just decided he didn't want to pay $3 for a slice of cheese.
Just rude and arrogant on her part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did she think people were going to say? Like, go, girl. Like,
Yeah.
you do you.
That's right,
Yeah.
girl. You make sure you pick one that's got the money for the cheese. Doesn't worry about it or whatever.
Got cheese for the cheese.
Screwed up. Is she hot?
She's cute.
She's okay looking.
Cute.
She's cute.
Ish. She's not, I don't know, but she's weird. That's the thing. For her to do that, she's got to have, personality flaws in her. She's got to be a weirdo. And I don't think people call them out for being weird anymore.
Yeah. And it's that natural assumption that everybody's going to be on my side. I've got to tell my story to shame this person. And then turns out nobody's on her side.
Just weird.
Yeah, she naturally assumes I'm right and everybody's going to think this is a great story. And turns out everybody thinks you're a jerk.
But I guess it is easy for me to say we need to start calling weird people weird more often. It would be, helpful to the culture because I'm not weird. I don't have to worry about anybody calling me weird because I'm not. So it's easy for me to say, let's call him weird and her weird. But still, I mean, somebody's got to be the leader of the movement, the calling out weird movement. What?
Because this is beyond weird to me. This approaches rude. A lot of people take pride in being weird, but
there's no doubt she's rude.
This
and
girl is not a good person. Maybe to block him and to walk out during a date. I don't care. I mean, unless because he didn't do anything to her. That she just said, this is not the kind of person. Then you go gracefully back and go, it's not going to work out for whatever stupid reason you have. But
she obviously thinks that that she is a better catch than what she is.
That's why I was asking if she was hot or not. Because, if it's just an average looking person, I'm like, where is it then? If she's super hot, I kind of get it.
That you get why she would feel that way? Why she's too hot for that?
Yeah, you let them get away with like crazy behavior because they're so good looking. But if she's not even hot, not good.
But I guess that goes back to with the survey we had last week that said that how big percentage of adult men who are single and not looking to date anybody.
Yeah.
Because it feels like when they go on a date, it's like an interview. What are you going to do for me? And so forth. And they're judging you on everything. You can't even go, and say, I don't want to pay $3 for a piece of cheese. I'm fine with it just being a hamburger.
As the date goes on, would you have felt, if you're the girl, would you have felt more uncomfortable about your choices or been more cautious with your choices because he turned down the $3 piece of cheese? You know what I mean? Like, would you think later, I'd like another drink, but I'm not going to get one because he's clearly watching his money or something like that?
Well, I mean, that's if it's determined that he's going to be paying.
Right.
I don't know how they decide that now before a date happens, because, women saying, I don't need him paying for my food and all on the first date because I don't want him to think I owe him anything.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Do you make that ahead of time? I'll pay mine, you pay yours? As soon as you set up the date, how does that work?
I think if you're the guy, you should always go in assuming you're paying because you should be paying. And then when you're there, if she says, no, let me get mine, or something like that, you can try to start like, no, please, I'll pay for it. Don't sweat it. I don't expect anything, in the restaurant, but afterwards, yes.
It doesn't work like that. You would think it would, like back when I was dating it's assumed that the guy will pay, and if she does offer to pay, that's different. Whereas now, so many guys are like, I don't automatically think I'm paying for the date and all that. So do they hammer that out ahead of time?
That would be weird if they did.
If they
if we're going to talk about it, okay, so are you going to pay for this date or like beforehand? I would hope that's not where we're at.
If he tries to discuss payment with you, like,
right.
Hey, I look forward to meeting up tonight. By the way, am I paying for all of this? Do you want to split it?
That would make me be like, you know what? Don't worry about the date.
But I'm imagining this girl doing that ahead of time.
Yeah, no, that's still weird.
Or the woman saying, "Hey, don't worry about. We'll what do they call it? We'll go Dutch if they still use that term. You don't have to worry about paying for me. Let's just meet and then we'll pay for our own and go about it that way." I don't know. It all just seems everything is just overly. You just overthink everything, every aspect of everything. What do we do about this? Or what are we going to do about that? Well, we need to put into place what's going to happen in this situation and in that situation. So she was probably sitting there thinking, he probably thinks I'm expecting him to pay for this, so I'm going to show him I don't need his money, and he should have gone ahead and gotten the $3 piece of cheese because I end up paying for it and making him feel even dumber.
Yeah. Should have gotten the cheese. Oh, God.
Should have gotten the
cheese. She obnoxious.
Should have gotten the cheese. Like, shut up, or I stuff you with cheese.
What a blessing it turned out to be that he didn't have to endure the rest of the date with her.
Yeah. Yep.
Or is this just typical New York behavior?
Very possible.
You know, they're a strange people, the New Yorkers. They're a peculiar people.
Yeah.
Alexis would have shamed him for not getting the cheese just because it was a bad decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would not go back out with him because of that.
You didn't get the cheese?
How can you get a burger without cheese? That's
fair.
Insane. That's the same way of thinking as the guy I didn't go on a second date with because he brought me regular M&Ms instead of peanut M&Ms. I was like, a person that eats regular M&Ms, that's not a person I can be with.
If I'm going to get a double burger from McDonald's and they don't have the choice of the McDouble, which has less cheese than a double cheeseburger, I will get a double hamburger.
Really?
Rather than a double cheeseburger.
Wait, okay, so a double hamburger, so no cheese at all?
Rather than all of that excessive
You're
cheese they put on there.
You
I just don't like
to go to hospital.
Nope.
I don't like the McDonald's cheese.
I don't know.
They have the best
They
fast
have the
foods.
best cheese. They really do. I put it on everything that doesn't have cheese.
I like it. I like it in a proper amount, but a double cheeseburger has those small patties with, I don't know, 4 pieces of cheese on it or something. It's just too much. It overpowers the burger.
They used to have a triple cheeseburger, or they may still have it. That was 3 pieces of cheese.
I love it.
And I would go, hey, can I get a 4th piece of cheese?
I get extra cheese on everything at McDonald's, and if it doesn't have cheese, I'm adding cheese.
Right.
Okay.
Agreed.
Always.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Well,
I
wouldn't go on a date with you either.
I would
You're
rather
crazy.
have a double hamburger than a double cheeseburger. But the McDouble covers all of it. It's the perfect amount of cheese on a double cheeseburger.
I have some dry ass meat. Ugh. You need the cheese.
I have a question though about something you said a minute ago. So a guy brought you a gift, and his gift was plain M&Ms.
Yep.
And you decided I can't go out with this guy anymore,
100%.
strictly because he brought you plain M&Ms.
Out of all M&Ms and candy bars, you brought me regular M&Ms out of all of the choices that you have.
That's like bringing a Hershey bar.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, listen, you're a very nice guy. You're cool, but we're just not meant to be. You're not my type of person.
Maybe he didn't know for sure whether or not you were allergic to peanuts.
No.
He went with the safe bet.
That's dumb.
Because all millennials are allergic to peanuts.
So that was the sole deciding factor that I can't go out with this guy anymore because he brought me plain M&Ms.
Yeah, there had been other things, but that was like what sealed the deal.
Okay.
He could have brought Skittles. He could have brought Starburst. I mean, you know what I mean? There's so many options. And he got plain brown bag M&Ms. What? Are you on for Valentine's Day too? At that.
Yeah, I don't know how you were able to refrain from having him killed.
Listen.
I mean, that is such an insult to you and your family.
It is.
Plain old brown
you should have put a hit out on him.
Plain old M&Ms. That says a lot about a person.
Take these M&Ms, shove them up your ass.
Seriously.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers and Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Somebody should get fired.
That's how the
I mean, how'd you
Titanic
miss that?
sank.
Yeah, that's how the Titanic sank?
Yeah, because they were supposed to be looking out for icebergs, and they
Oh.
were like, oh,
I thought you meant
icebergs.
an asteroid hit it.
Yeah, I was like, well,
What version did you see?
I was going to let
Just eat that meat and be proud about it.
Eat that meat. Be proud.
Yes.
It sounds like a dopehead movie to me.
No. It's a very, brain type movie.
Oh,
A very brain type movie.
Yeah.
Save that clip. It's like a very brain type movie.
You know.
Yeah,
I get it.
that was that's an all-time classic, Alexis. Oh, right there.
Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace TJ TV. This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. Let's go!
A long time ago, as America's #1 societal profiler, I advised young men, if you are planning on, or you think that the woman you are with is the woman that you want to marry and have a great life with and raise a family with and all of that, then there's a test that you can give to make sure that you are on the right track, and she is going to be those things for you. And that is, find out whether or not she refers to the ring that you give her when proposing, whether she refers to that as an engagement ring or a diamond. If she refers to it as an engagement ring or my ring, then it means that she looks at it as the symbol of your forever love and dedication to each other. If she refers to it as my diamond, It just means that she is glad that she got a fancy piece of jewelry. And since I threw that out there, many sociologists and all have studied that theorem, and it has been proven right over and over again.
Continuously.
Yes. I mean, they haven't published it yet, but it's coming out soon.
Well, study's still underway. But it's a decade-long study.
Earlier during one of the breaks, we had that discussion with Alexis, and she called me stupid.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Hmm?
We didn't. I believe you did.
I didn't call me stupid.
I didn't say you did.
Oh.
She was telling me about a ring she liked, the shape of her height. Well, I don't even want. Whatever.
The type of ring that I would want.
The type of ring she would want if she were engaged to be proposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And as she was describing it, I believe you said.
No, she referred to it as her diamond. What kind of diamond I want
Mm-hmm.
is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And that just sent up that red flag. I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Right.
She called an engagement ring a diamond. So I'm going to have to tell Jay, her boyfriend, if he's ever thinking about that down the road, to reconsider.
You don't have to tell Jay anything. Keep your
To make sure that she's really looking at it from the right perspective.
You keep your little commentaries and your little stories and your little jokes, all of that to yourself.
Well, if I did that, it would be a great disservice to the community.
Oh, that's fine. They're not asking for it.
Don't you have a meeting with him today?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to close his ears.
No, we're meeting. We're actually meeting at the jewelry store. I'm sorry, the diamond store.
Now, whose side are you going to play here?
Of what?
Of since you're going to meet with him, my instinct would say like, oh, you should side with Alexis and build her up in his eyes.
Oh, there's no siding.
Well, there should be, right?
No, I mean,
there definitely should be.
But there's no competition between the two of them.
Yeah, but the way you talk about somebody else.
Where's your loyalty? Who does your loyalty lay with?
It is with you, and I want you to have a great life, and I'm giving you the things that are going to help you have a happy life.
There you go.
I'm trying to teach you the things that would have you that would lead to your having a happy life.
Right.
This is for your own good.
Yeah. Huh?
Exactly. That's what's
That's
scary.
exactly what it is.
This is for your own good. I'm going to point out to him all those stupid things she does and how you can correct them.
No, I'm pointing them out to her first, and with her rejection of them, then I have to prove my point.
Okay.
It's just not clicking with you, so he's got to go to the boyfriend.
You're giving her the option to change her ways, is what you're saying.
Except she's not gonna. So
Because she's stupid.
Because she will do it. She will do the wrong thing now just to spite me,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
who's going to end up having the bad end of that? She is. It's not going to hurt me. It'll hurt her for going the opposite of whatever I say, just so she doesn't have to say she went along with anything.
Duh, Alexis. It's for your own good.
Of course.
And to all the other ladies out there, if you're referring to your would-be engagement ring as a diamond, that should, send off a signal to how you're really looking at the idea of the symbol of your forever love with the person. You're just looking at it as something sparkly and twinkly for the other girls to be jealous over, as opposed to the symbol of a bond that can never be broken between you and the man you love. Call me crazy for that, but like I said, it's been proven through the ages and time.
Just because you don't believe in love doesn't mean TJ doesn't.
Right.
And I would have thought by now, though, you would recognize that everything that I say along these lines is not to criticize you, but to help you.
Yeah, to help me.
Because
to
I am on your
rest.
side. There's no bigger
no,
cheerleader
oh,
in your
no.
corner than I.
Yep. You're the best.
In the words
You're
of the great
best
Bryan
of us.
Adams, everything I do,
Mm-hmm.
I do it for you.
The all-knowing.
It's a blessing that you should. TJ is a blessing in your life, Alexis, that you should take full advantage of.
I have an endless fountain of just wisdom over here.
Yeah. And I think one of the main things that you need to consider when you're picking out what kind of engagement ring you might want one day, you need to think about how easily it goes into and out of Flamin' Hot Cheetos bag. You don't want it to be getting hung up in there and all of that stuff.
Get Cheeto dust on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
You got the rare orange diamond.
I'm gonna have queso diamond.
The Share Funny Podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store. All Share Funny material copyright ATJ Incorporated 2021.